All right, guys, perfect. Okay, you look good. Your hair is slaying. Thank you. No, I mean, I just woke up as always. So just gonna wake up and get rolling with the show. Obviously, I have some coffee, I have some water. All is good. No, we're good now. We're good. We're good. I think my hair actually looks pretty perfect. So all right. So game will be starting about 10 minutes. You guys are asking me what do I think is going to happen in this game. I think that we are not going to get a quick draw. If I had to guess, I think we'll get a Catalan. That's my prediction. I think we'll get a Catalan. I think Ding is going to want to try to play for more in this game. I don't think he's going to be happy with a with just a quick draw here. He has chances, but I mean, again, anything can happen here. We'll see what we get. I mean, my prediction is that we get D4, but we could get E4. If we get E4, I think we will get a quick draw. But so be it. We look terrible. I should look okay. Don't I look okay? No. Ding said we won't see a quick draw. I mean, again, who knows what we get here. I think that from the general standpoint for Ding, this is exactly what he would want. Final game of the match, we're all tied. He has the white pieces. He is definitely a small favorite in rapid, maybe a big favorite, of course, who knows, impossible knows. So I mean, he is obviously the favorite. I don't know what we're gonna get though. It's really hard to judge, hair looked better before you brush. Oh, sorry so anyway, what are the odds of Ding winning the match now? I mean, he is the favorite. I don't know. It depends what you perceive his odds are in a tiebreaker. I mean, he's a favorite, but I think he's probably 60-40 is my guess. But let's see what Polymarket says. Polymarket has Ding at 60 cents. He's at 60-40. So let's find game 14. Let's pull this up too. Here we go. Yeah. All right, back to the game. Isn't it hard to wake up? Yes. I basically set the alarm, and then like this morning, like many other mornings, I turn off the alarm and like, ugh, I don't want to get up. But then like 2 minutes later, I actually just wake up. So yeah, it's not easy. Obviously, it's quite difficult waking up, but you know, it's fun. I enjoyed it, and that's that. So in terms of what do I expect for this game today, my prediction. I'm gonna make a prediction. I think we're gonna get E4 in game one. I think we're gonna get E4 here. That's my prediction, weirdly enough. I think we'll get E4. If we don't get E4, we won't get a London. We could get C4. I think if we don't get E4, we'll probably get C4. That's my prediction. Because if Ding was happy to play in English before, I don't know why he'd be unhappy to play in English now. I mean, I don't really know what else he could have. D4 has a lot of stuff that could be sharp. So I think I'm going to go out on a big limb here and predict E4, even though, I mean, most likely I don't think it's definitely not the most expected percentage wise, but I think it's what we're going to get. So that's my prediction. But who knows if that's what we'll get. I don't think we'll get a Catalan today. No, I don't think we will. Thank you, Chessian, for the gifted sub. Thanks so much, Chessian. Yeah, sorry I'm a little bit sleepy, you guys, but I did just wake up. So, anyway. Will they make a boring draw? I mean, who knows? Who knows? But we'll see. If Ding wins, say Hikaru will give 20 subs. Yeah, good one. Good one. Have I slept enough hours this time? No, I didn't sleep enough. How are those Tesla calls? Obviously doing great. Yeah, Magnus did make a quick draw in game 14. I don't know what we're gonna get today. Very hard to judge. So we'll see. The schedule really screwed up my sleep schedule. No kidding. Obviously. Warren was like knight c3, b3, g3 not considered serious. G3 on move 1 is playable, but mostly it's because you give your opponent a big black center. Ding said no quick draw. I mean, that's what he said. This is a match. Anything is possible. I don't think anyone knows. Also, if you say that, you could be giving your opponent some insight. So really hard to judge. I I think we're gonna get e4 though. That's my prediction for this game. I think we'll get e4. Topolov with white in game 14 pushed very hard and lost. Yes, because Topolov thought he was a big underdog in a rapid tiebreaker. Ding is not in that situation. To reset your sleep timer, stay awake for 24 hours. Yes, absolutely. So okay, both players on the board. Games will be starting in a second. He's gonna be chilling, maybe not. Do I have coffee? I have coffee right here, you guys, right here. Ding is more of an incentive to tie right instead of go for crazy win. Again, the opening will dictate a lot in terms of what we get in this game. The opening dictates everything. Pretty straightforward and to the point. Any food, we'll eat some food as the game gets going. Not right now, but as the game gets going, we'll eat some food. Yeah. I don't know what Gukesh is going to do. My gut instinct is that it's, again, everything depends on the opening. If Gukesh gets what he wants and he's up on time, he'll have choices or chances, I should say, to take risk and go for it. So it's just going to depend on the opening more than anything else. I can only imagine how nervous Gukesh must be here, by the way. So yeah, Gukesh has to be super nervous going to this final game with the black pieces. If he doesn't get a good opening here, I am worried. But the opening is going to dictate everything. Ding is definitely the favorite, though. Make no mistake about it. Ding is definitely the favorite here. This is exactly what you want heading into the final game. But again, anything could happen. Why is Eric Rosen in the background taking pictures? Because Eric Rosen went to Singapore. I'm not sure why exactly, but he went there. He went there to cover it or something. Maybe he's there for lead chess. I'm not sure. Can we praise Gukesh for his absolute maturity and Zen-like abilities? I think Gukesh has done a good job keeping together in terms of like interviews and other stuff. The thing is, the reason it's hard for me to really be super positive is or super complimentary is because he's had so many winning positions that he's messed up in this match. So many winning opportunities that it's hard for me. It's really hard when I compare it with how well he played in, say, the Olympiad or in the candidates. Okay, we get c4 played on the board. I mean, like I said, I think we'll get e4. If not e4, I think we will get c4 on move 1. Ding said he'll not make a short interview. Again, you guys, for everybody who's saying that, we have no idea of knowing what's going to happen. We have no idea about what's going to happen in this game. Okay, he plays knight f3 to start. Okay, we get knight f3, the move that I did not expect to actually. Yeah, this is not what I expected. We're surely not going to get another London, are we? We get this, so will we get g6 or will we get knight f6? Actually, this is not the worst idea as an opening, although it's really banking on Gukesh not playing g6 here. It's really banking on Gukesh not playing the same system that Ding played. Now, knight d7 is also a system here. Knight d7, d4, knight b6, g6 is a system, or a traditional knight f6. Let's be honest, many of us thought this World Championship would be finished in 10 games. Look at Ding's past year performance, but he surprised us all. That's also the other thing as well, is that, I mean, nobody had high expectations for Ding, so it's much harder to be over the top complimentary to Gukesh when it feels like Gukesh was a huge favorite, got winning positions, did not convert versus Ding. Now, he could play e6 here, or knight f6, or g6, or knight d7. Those are all 4 moves. Bishop f5 or bishop g4. Now Gukesh is actually thinking here on move 2. He of course is not out of prep, but the fact that he's thinking on move 2, this is a very bad sign. This is actually a very bad sign. It's a bad sign because it comes back to what we were talking about when I did my recap with Magnus and Levy, where basically Magnus said this, neither player appears to be happy to play the standard Catalan, so I'm actually surprised by this thing here. Didn't Magnus say he doesn't see a universe? Magnus probably said some version of it. I wouldn't be shocked if I said some version of it. Everybody thought that Gukesh was a huge favorite and would just win the match, and it hasn't played out. Okay, c5, another actual move that's playable here. Bishop g2, probably knight c6, d4. Would I have to play solely about the performance of the play? If we take everything out of the equation, I would say that the play, there have been moments of brilliance, there have been moments when the play has been very, very bad. So it's very hard to judge. Okay, d4, we'll get takes, maybe e5, maybe e6. Okay, we got e6 here. Okay, so now it's a choice. Does Ding want to play c4, or does he want a castle here? Fabio didn't like the players being filmed in the rest areas eating nuts in a cage like a zoo. Thoughts? I agree. I said that yesterday, that I don't think that the players should be filmed when they're in the back area, but you know, it's what it is. c4 or castles, both moves are playable. If either player wins the game, they become the world champion. Yes. If Ding wins, he becomes a 2-time world champion. If Gukesh wins, he becomes the new world champion. So either we get castle or we get c4 here. Both are playable. It's a position that, generally speaking, I would say is extremely solid for Ding. So from Ding's standpoint, he should be fairly happy. Although, again, we'll see if he thinks forever on this move, or if he plays quickly. Okay, castles. Yeah, people are going to ask me random questions, like about certain people. It is what it is. Obviously I have nothing to do with it. So yeah, it's, you know, it's what it is. It's what it is. Plain and simple. So we get takes, probably knight f6 here, I assume, or bishop c, knight g7. Okay, so this is a new approach from Gukesh here. Knight g7 is not a move that I'm familiar with. Strange opening choice, very strange to me. What is wrong with c4 here? Takes, knight c6. Play queen d3, knight e5, I guess is the idea. This is something weird. Okay, I don't know if this is a novelty, but this is definitely not something that I'm familiar with. That's for sure. I don't like the choice though. I don't like the choice, and I'll tell you why I don't like the choice. I don't like the choice that after c4 takes knight c6, even if Ding spends 30 minutes thinking, it's a very dry position, so time won't come into play at all here. I play this position with white, but I've never seen knight g7 here. I assume we'll get c4. Maybe the hope is that he won't play c4, but even e4 maybe also move too. Yeah, both c4 and e4 are possible here. I don't like it. I don't like it. If you play next year's world championship, you're still gonna do recaps. If I make it, sure, but again, not really something that's on my mind right now. How do you think about the level of this match overall? Like I said, I think it's been okay at times. It's been pretty bad at times too. Very hard to judge. So anyway, am I holding Tesla stock? I'm holding calls, which is actually a lot better. But it is, yeah, it's what it is. So anyway, what is Tesla doing? Is it 430? 427 it looks like on the first print. Anywho, where were we? I forget where we were. Stop dreaming about becoming world champion. Who, me? Ding? Who? I don't know. So anyway, I expect to get c4 here. I expect to get c4. I'd be surprised. Yeah, it's a big day in Qatar as well, because if Arjun wins, he will jump ahead of Fabiano for the lead in the FIDE circuit. I mean, it's a position, by the way, to be clear, it's not so much about it being Drosh. It's that for Ding, it's a very easy position to play. There isn't really much danger here, I would say. Although maybe Gukesh wants to go d4 and e5. I mean, still. This is not a known line, by the way. This is not a known line. People will really be waking up at 4 a.m. to hate on Hikaru. Oh, did I miss something? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway. No, this is a pretty rare move. I don't think I've ever seen it, actually. Oh, right. Where's Sessa? One second. Let me open Sessa just so I can add it. There we go. Where is it? I'll change this scene in a second. There we go. Here we go. Wait, what? There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, so anyway, maybe the idea is c4 takes. Maybe this is the idea, and knight 95, and this gets sharp or something, but isn't. No, bishop f4. Maybe this is, oh, maybe this is the idea. Maybe this is the idea from Gukesh. He wants to go for something really sharp here with bishop h3. This might be the idea. This actually, I bet, is the idea. This is the idea, you guys. I think this is the idea of Gukesh. This has to be the idea. That's the idea here. That's the idea. But is there any way for white to play where white's is slightly better here? Like if you go e4 here. Yeah. This is all in. This has to be his plan. This has to be the idea. I think this is the idea, because it's a very thin line here for white to walk. If you don't play this precisely, let's see. If you go knight c7, there's gonna be some g5, right? Oh no, not takes. You go d4. Wow. No, this is the whole point. Yeah, this must be the point of the line. That's the point of the line, I believe. That's the idea, I think. Yeah, that's the idea. But Ding doesn't have to go c4, like or even here he could even just trade. Like, why is this not just completely fine for white? Ding will think for a long time here, though. So I'm gonna go heat up some food. I think I'll go heat up some Factor 75, and we'll keep going. So I'm gonna go heat up some food, and I'll be back in a few minutes as we keep covering the game. But I do think this is a move where we will not get it. We're not gonna get a quick move here. Isn't that fine? Isn't that line just losing if white knows exactly what he's doing? Yes, but as a human, you can't. So I'm gonna go heat up some food, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, waiting for a move here. We are back. Sorry, we are back. Who's winning? It's a very balanced position on move 6. I would say that here, unlike a lot of the other games, not really worried for Ding it. I'm eating some ground beef with some cheese and some rice. I can't actually show it completely, but you guys can kind of see some of it. I mix it all up though, so it looks. But yeah, I'm eating some beef with cheese, some rice as well. This is Factor 75 for anybody who's wondering. I did mention this the other day as well. Okay, we get C4, which is that basically we have a code for Factor 75. So if you use that code, you get 50% off. You get a free game against me as well. I know, actually, I was going to say, I'm surprised we got knight d4 here played. I thought Gukesh's idea was to take on c4, but anyway, this is what we get. Probably queen c3 if I had to guess. Queen e3 is best, but I think from a human perspective, very hard to go for this. I mean, maybe he'll figure this out with e4, but very hard to play. So computer wants queen f4 too. I mean, I think every move is playable here. Even queen d1 is fine. Queen d1, queen c3. When is the first person Fortnite stream to actually look solid? I did see something about that, but I'm not sure when I'll be doing it. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be eating some of this food because it looks really good. Not bad. Quite good. Okay. So queen d3, queen c3, or queen d1, one of the three will be played. This opening is a rather unusual opening. Normally this would occur as d4, d5, something like c4, e6, knight f3, c5, g3, knight c6, bishop g2, takes, and knight d4. Something like this is a normal way you reach this position. But anyway, we got knight f3, d5, g3, we got c5, bishop g2, knight 6, d4, e6. So a bit of a Catalan. We get castles and now cd4. This is an unusual move. Normally black plays the move knight to f6, c4, and this is the normal Catalan. But we get this move takes. Now it's very, very unusual move knight to e7, and now we get c4 takes, queen d4, and knight c6. So not super crazy. Bit of a reverse Grunfeld. Yeah, exactly. Bit of a reverse Grunfeld. Reverse Grunfeld, Catalan, whatever you want to call it, something along those lines. Stockfish is minus 0.2. We get queen c3. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll get queen d1 because I don't think this is very hard to spot. That white is just better here. So I think we'll get queen d1. That's my prediction. But I don't think Ding is going to move quickly here. I'm munching on factor 75. I'll show you which one exactly. One second. Weekly menu, there we go. Yeah, so it's like, I'm just going to show you guys quickly, very briefly. Like, this is what I have. I think I have the chorizo and black bean. I think it's the one that I have right now. But there are a bunch of meals that they have that you can pick from. So a lot of different stuff they have that's available. There's 50% off if you use my code, which I believe is in the bot. So that's what I'm doing. Do they have keto or keto? I believe they do. There's like there's protein plus. Yeah, there is like this grilled pork chop that you see over here. You see this yellow below. It says keto. So anyway, yeah, if you use the code, you get 50% off, and you also get a free game with me as well. So are they free for me? No. I had to pay, but I used the code. Keto or Cheeto, yeah. So anyway, back to the game. That's what I'm munching on though this morning. There are only 2 games with this variation. White didn't win any. I mean, it's a very random position. Queen f4 is fine. Queen d2 is also reasonable to go queen c2. I mean, I think here's a question: will we get d3, d2, or d1? I think all three are on the table. Queen f4 maybe as well, but unlikely, in my opinion. Queen f4 is fine, but I don't see it happening. Queen d2 is also completely fine, just because the pawn on d4 is under attack. Because you could get d4 b3 and go for the double fianchetto as well. I don't like this choice from Gukesh. I'll say that I don't like it. Yeah, computer wants queen f4, bishop d6, and like queen d2, but I mean, frankly, even e5 looks kind of weird. Yeah, queen f4 is just a weird move. I don't expect it. You know, the reason I don't like this position, for anyone who's wondering, is it's too simplified here. It's too easy for Ding to play. I think it, objectively, as you can tell, white is a little bit better here. So I don't like it as a general choice in this game from Gukesh. One of the few opening choices I really am not a big fan of. So did we get a move? We got queen d1. Played quickly too. I like it. Played quickly too. Did we get d4? Probably e3 or b3 if I had to predict. But e3 bishop c5 looks kind of drawish, no? Yeah, we'll get bishop c5. Should be played instantly. I like Dean's time usage, by the way. I love the time usage. It's good. He's not down to like an hour on this move, so it's pretty solid. Basically what I say here is every move is very important for Gukesh, because if he's not super precise or he forgets his prep, he is going to be in a lot of trouble very, very quickly. Now, Gukesh is thinking here. Ding is a Catalan specialist. He is, yeah. I don't love this. Also, computer says there's queen h5 here too, and like, actually, black's already lost here. Wait, you have to be very careful. Wait, to go queen b6. I mean, if Gukesh does not move quickly here, I'm really worried for him, because the dynamics in this match have been Gukesh moves fast, gets the time advantage due to great prep, and Ding outplays him later on in the game. A player thinks for 2 minutes. No. I said if he goes into a deep think. 2 minutes is not a big deal, but if he doesn't move quickly, it means that he doesn't have his prep perfectly memorized. That's what it means. But yeah, queen h5 is a pretty bold stroke. I agree. Queen h5 is pretty bold. But yeah, I would say if Gukesh uses like 10 plus minutes on this move, I become really concerned, just because it's already positioned where if you aren't super precise, white can already get a significant advantage. Nothing to read into it yet. I would say if he gets to 150, below 150 and isn't moved, that's when you start getting a little bit mildly concerned about the position. Queen a4 is a move, yeah, of course. Have I spent 30 40 minutes thinking about one move early in the game? Absolutely I have, yes. Eat slowly. Okay. A 2-minute thing in the opening was he knows the line, he's just double checking. Pretty much, if you spend like 2 or 3 minutes, normally it means like you're pretty sure the move, you're not 100% sure, so you just want to double check it briefly. Generally, if you spend more than 10 minutes on a move, you're not in prep. That's what I would say. Generally, 10 minutes is the mark at which like you can tell someone's not in prep. Okay, so Gukesh still thinking he hasn't moved yet. Already here, I guess e5 is also okay, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this position. I mean, b3, maybe this is okay, but this is so simplified and so easy to play for white. Although apparently white's actually worse here. I don't know why, but Gukesh is thinking here. I don't think he's confused lines. I think he probably didn't look at this last night, so he's probably just trying to take it slow. But the fact that he hasn't moved yet tells me he's not 100% sure. He might know what the best move is, but he doesn't know it by heart. Doesn't know it by heart. If someone wins today, the whole thing is over. Yeah, if someone wins today, it's just all over. I think he'll play bishop c5, by the way. Has a world championship ever been decided in the final game before? Many times. I'm thinking of the Gary versus Anatoly, Gary Kasparov versus Anatoly Karpov match. I forget, it was at Lyon or wherever it was, where Gary won the final game, for example. But yeah, am I hoping for a decisive game? That's an interesting question. On the one hand, yes. On the one hand, no. I would like it to not be decisive so that I cover it tomorrow, which is obviously what I would hope for. On the other hand, it would be nice not to wake up at 3:30 anymore. So it cuts both ways. Yeah, Arjun is number 4. Arjun has a big game today in Doha. He's trying to win the FIDE circuit. So there's a big game that Arjun's playing that he'll be playing later today. But wait, has this started? Wait, has the Qatar Masters started early because it's the last round or not? Wait, actually it probably has. It started early. Oh, you're right. Okay, so let's pull this up too. Okay, let's pull this up too. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, this game's also going on. So we've got two big games to cover today, both being played by Indians. We have Arjun versus Andrei Asipenko. Arjun must win this game. If he wins this game, he will take the lead in the FIDE circuit ahead of Fabiano Caruana. If he does not win, it's pretty unlikely he's going to qualify for the candidates, at least this year. So yeah, we have both games going. Thank you for reminding me. Now, Gukesh has not moved. This is definitely a bad sign. It's a bad sign. I mean, I can't remember how many games in this match, with the exception of the last one, has Gukesh really had to think even in the opening or been down on time. Not that he's down on time yet, but how many games has he had to actually really think? Okay, we get bishop c5. Okay, good. He didn't mess up the prep. No, he didn't mess up the prep, but it means that he doesn't know this it means he doesn't know it by heart. Whereas most of these games, it feels like he's known it by heart up to like move 15. He does not know it by heart yet. So forget the Indians. Okay, thank you for that piece of nonsense. So we'll probably get takes bishop d4 if I had to guess, and like knight d2, knight f3. I mean, the reason I'm not really worried about this position, or sorry, I said knight f3, not knight b3, is that even if we get here, feels completely fine. It's unlikely someone will get the rating spot. The rating spot is from August of next year. Machine wants a3. Ooh, really? This is kind of dank. Kind of dank. By the way, big shout out to anybody who used that factor code while we were at it. Thank you guys, appreciate it. So yeah, I don't think we'll get this. I don't think we'll get this. Check the Arjun game. Yeah, we can flip between both games. Arjun's game is super sharp, by the way, super sharp. I want 50% off. Well, there's the code. You click that link, you guys, and you get 50% off. It's 8 mils for, I believe, $50. I believe 50. I could be wrong on that, but I believe it's 8 mils per week for $50. If you are not qualifying for the next candidates, do you root for Fabio because you're an American fellow? I don't really root for anyone specifically. I will say I do want to see Arjun in the candidates. I will say that. So I do want to see Arjun in the candidates. That's the one thing. Just a very, do I eat factor? I just ate factor, but it's all gone. It's all gone. I just ate factor for breakfast. It's pretty good, actually. I think Arjun is better than Gukesh, if I'm being honest. It's more because I see Arjun's play and it's very, very creative. Very, very creative. But all right, I'm gonna get rid of my dish and everything else. Give me 1 second while we wait for a move. Super early today. It's gonna be a draw. I mean, I think you know the game definitely is in the direction of a draw, but I feel like if either player is a little bit imprecise, they could end up much worse. Oh, I'm on the wrong scene. Why am I on the wrong scene? No, I'm not. How do Arjun and how do Arjun and Gukesh stack up against Vishy in terms of their chess compared to their contemporaries? Has Vishy ever seen as such a crazy player? I know what crazy player means exactly. Check poly market. Okay. Refresh. Why is there no graph? Ding is 60% chance based on his rapid favorite. Draw is 71%. Again, pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. I hate principled chess. How can chess be less boring? Over under on 3 Indians. I think I would take the under on that, but a lot depends on this game too. Like, because if Gukesh loses this game, or for example, he's not in the candidates for sure, so that would mean that right now there's 0 Indians. Hard to, very, very hard to judge. Thanks so much to kick the 1 for the 5 gifted subs. Thanks so much to kick the 1. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, my prediction is we'll get probably takes and maybe knight c3 is what I think. Knight c3 or knight d2. Who's already confirmed for the candidates? Nobody. First spot is likely to be pretty much decided today based on the game between Yesipenko and Arjun. Very, very sharp and exciting position in that game, by the way. But okay, let's go back. Noterbeck won't be it. Noterbeck won't make it. No, he won't. If Gukesh loses, why won't he be in the candidates? Because FIDE changed the rules. The loser of this event does not automatically get seeded into the candidates, unlike in the past. So yeah, am I playing in the candidates? I mean, I have to qualify, and we won't know anything till next year. Is Queen E2 a good move? I don't dislike Queen E2, but the problem is if you're not careful here and you let Black set up here, suddenly Black could end up better in a hurry. Now here there might be a knight c3, knight d5, but in general you have to be careful. Queen h5 is a move, ed4 is a move. A lot of options here. I mean, if I'm ding here, I'm probably happy to be more on the solid side, so I probably would take and go knight c3, knight b5. That's what I would do personally, but we'll see. Arjun's games are better than World Championship games. I mean, Arjun's games are phenomenal. Like, Arjun's game is super sharp right now. Super sharp. Do I think either of them deserve to be world champion? I mean, they're playing a world championship match against each other. They're trying to do their best. I mean, yes, Magnus is not playing. He's the best player in the world. But I mean, let's be real. They got there. They deserve to be there. So I mean, I think they both deserve to win this match and be called world champion. I mean, even if they're not the best player in the world, it's not their fault. They're just trying to play the game. So that's what I would say about it. Maybe e4 is a move. E4 is not what you'll play. You're going to trade on d4 here or play queen h5 or queen e2 or a3. I think the four moves that I see are, I mean, a3 is just a weird move. I'd be surprised if we get a3. It just looks weird. Doesn't look like the structurally, like, it's hard for me to think about this and be like, oh yeah, white's better here. This is a great idea. Just doesn't make sense. So I don't think we'll get a3. I think we'll get takes, queen h5, or maybe queen e2. One of those 3 moves. 2 queen moves or ed4 if I had to guess. Do I think Arjun's at his all-time peak? He is at his all-time peak. Oh, you're saying, do I think he's hit his all-time peak? No, I mean, I think it's impossible to say that. He's so young. Anything can happen. You know, 2850, I think is asking for a bit much, but still, yeah. I mean, takes bishop d4, knight c3, or knight d2. One of these ideas is what I expect to be played. Something like knight b3 here. I think it's kind of the same thing. You're gonna takes. I mean, something like this with bishop b2. I don't really see why black should or white should ever be in any danger here, to be honest. Like, to me, this is a great position for white. Rook a d1, a3 b4, zero risk at all with the two b's. I'd be pretty happy here. I'd be pretty happy here if I had the white pieces. So also Alireza hype is dead. Alireza has chances. Alireza has chances to come back. He's played great in every event except the candidates, so we'll see. I don't know if I love the think here though. But the thing actually that I was gonna say, you guys, is like I always say, every position is different, and if you get a position like this, you say he's down an hour on the clock. The thing with being down an hour here though is it's very easy to play. Like, you get here, white doesn't have a lot to think about. It's very easy to play. You could also get a quick draw, by the way. That would be a pretty funny thing to happen. But basically it's very easy for white. So because it's very easy to play, I don't see any real deep risk for Ding. But whether we get it is a whole different question. Knight a3 won't be played. No, I think we'll get takes knight c3. I don't think we'll get the we're not going to get a Topolov because Ding has to know he's a favorite in rapid. So let's see what we get. Will Ding push today? Hard to judge. Very hard to judge. Yeah, it's a little bit early to say what's going to happen in this game. The next probably 3 to 4 moves will be very telling. If we get ed4 and knight c2, knight b3, or knight c3, I think, you know, it's going to be pretty dry, I would say. If we don't get that, I think it could get exciting, but assuming we get takes on d4, I think it's going to be pretty dry. Anish tweeted something. What did Anish tweet? Am I a baseball fan at all? I don't follow baseball as closely as I once did, but let's see, what did Anish say? Anish Giri? Not at all convinced, but let's dream the opening. Oh, was that right? That was yeah, that was like 45 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Anish. I think it's I would agree with Anish. I mean, you say things in the press conference and otherwise to try and, you know, chess is a very psychological game. But I still think for Ding, a very reasonable chance we get a trade something like knight c2, knight b3, or takes a knight c3, and we're headed down the road of a draw. Very likely, in my opinion. Oh, Topolov, yeah. So anyone who's asked about Topolov and Anand played a match. I don't remember. I think it was 2010, but I could be wrong. They played a match many years ago, and basically in the match, Topolov was viewed as a huge underdog if the match went to tiebreak. So it was all tied in the last classical game, and Topolov went crazy with white trying to win the game because he knew he would lose in a rapid tiebreaker, and he lost. But Ding is not a huge underdog in a tiebreaker, so I expect Ding to be completely happy with a draw. I'd be very surprised if we get anything besides pawn takes pawn here. I'd be very surprised. Ding says he's not gonna go for a short draw, sure, but in chess you say something because it's a match format. You don't want to give your you don't want to tip your hand from a psychological standpoint, so you'll say anything. I don't think we'll get queen h5 here. I think we'll get takes and knight d2, knight b3. That's my prediction right off. Ding low on time, I mean, that's very general. I mean, this is a position that this is not a position that's hard to play for white. If you say you aren't going for a draw, go for a draw. Sun Tzu. Yes, exactly. Queen g4, black just castles and follows it up with e5 here to reinforce the center. and white's a little bit worse. Actually, the main issue white has is you have these pieces underdeveloped on the queen side. That's basically the big issue here for white. Arjun Esipenko's game is very, very sharp right now. Very sharp. I mean, like, this is a very king h8, rook b5, and bishop f. I mean, you've got, yeah. I mean, this is insane. I don't know what Esipenko is doing in this game, by the way. Why is Esipenko playing something like this? Like, why is Esipenko playing this? This is completely insane. He's up half point. He needs a draw, and he's playing something ridiculously sharp. Yeah, I don't understand this at all. You know who's not happy right now, assuming he's awake, is Fabiano, because Arjun's game is a great position to get a decisive result. I mean, it's a great position to get a decisive result. So if he's awake right now, Fabiano is not happy. Fabiano is not happy. My hair is a mess. Sorry. Yeah, if Fabiano is awake, he is not happy right now. Not happy at all. And he's really regretting his decision to not make a draw against Donchenko. I mean, all Fabiano had to do is draw Donchenko, and I think he's winning even if Arjun wins. Why would Fabiano not be happy? Because if Arjun wins today, Fabiano is no longer in the lead to qualify for the candidates from the FIDE circuit. So yeah, this is very, very bad news. Okay, let's go back to the game. No move here from Ding yet. Fabi can qualify another way, but I think Fabiano definitely wanted to qualify. Fabiano wanted to qualify so he wouldn't have to focus on classical next year. Yeah. Has Arjun silenced his critics who said he farms 2600s? I mean, the thing is, he's still farming people who are lower rated in a sense, but he's gonna get invitations next year, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, it's still in a sense technically farming because he's playing open still, but he'll get a shot next year, and we'll see what happens. If Gukesh wins, will Magnus come back for the world championship? I don't think so. Actually, I said it a few times already. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a hot take. I mean, I've said it already, but I think that if based on the quality of play in this match, I think that Magnus is probably very disappointed in Gukesh, and he doesn't feel like Gukesh has shown anything that makes him go like, wow, this kid is going to be the second coming of Jesus. Obviously, you know, I can use many different ways of putting it, but I think if anything, that Magnus is probably like, wait, what's going on? Like, this is silly. I do think if Gukesh had dominated this match, it would be a lot different. Okay, now Ding he's fine. It's not a terrible position, but I still don't like his time usage as always. So I would probably trade and go and then think versus thinking on this move. Will Hikaru the streamer come back? I mean, if I qualify, I qualify. If I don't qualify, I don't qualify. Hot breakfast, cold breakfast, always a hot breakfast. Like, I'll give you an example. If Gukesh had won game 7 and 8, for example, and he had gone on a coast to victory, which could have happened, of course, I think we'd have a very different narrative of like, Gukesh played great chess. He won this match very cleanly. It's all great. But the fact that he didn't, I mean, it shows his execution was not there. So if Ferge had won the candidates, would he have come back? Would Max come back? I don't know for sure if he would have come back, but I think it would have been more likely. Poly market, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty slow here. Pretty slow. It's pretty slow here. Okay. Am I aiming for the next candidates? I'll try to qualify, but no guarantees. Okay, so we do get the take. Okay, just in case anybody's asking for later, just putting this over here for the millionth time. Hopefully the last day to do it. Which side do I prefer here? I mean, the next couple of moves are going to be very critical. I think that right now it's pretty balanced. I would say if we get a mistake from either player, it's going to get tricky. Okay, Ding got up from the board after pawn takes pawn. I think he needs to go PP. So he got it from the board here after pawn takes pawn. I mean, I think that here I would say objectively I very slightly prefer white, but that being said, every move is critical here. So if either side makes one mistake, it could very easily swing. More so for Gukesh than Ding. Ding has a little bit more leeway, I would say. For example, after knight d2, so we get castles, knight b3. I think if you go bishop f6, yeah, this is already getting a little bit dangerous with like rook d1 and bishop e3. Maybe it's not actually. Maybe it's just equal actually. But I just feel like it's much easier here objectively for white to play this position. I still think I'm going to be honest though. I think when I look at this position, I really find it hard to believe this isn't going to be a relatively quick draw. Computer wants knight c3. Isn't this the same thing though? Oh, it's different because it's different because if you go here at knight b3, they don't have to go e5 transposing. They can go bishop f6. That's the difference. Okay, I guess they can't. Let's see, bishop f6, bishop e3, and apparently white's much better with the two b's. Okay, fair enough. No, anyway. All right. Why so serious? Exactly. Why so serious? Yeah, bishop c3 you can play, but basically the two b's are way too powerful for white here on the diagonals. And the bishop on c8 is very bad here. This bishop is very bad. Question is, will we get knight c3 or knight d2? I think we'll get one of the two moves. I just don't know which one we'll get. Do I think chess will be dead in 50 or 100 years? I think classical chess will probably be gone in 50 to 100 years. But I think chess itself will still be around. I mean, professional competitive classical chess, I should say. But I think chess will always be around. Ding is 30 minutes less. Not a big deal yet, because it's a pretty simplified and open position here. It's a very open position, so time shouldn't be a huge deal. I will join them for the recap today. I have a feeling this is more likely than not to become a draw though. More likely than not, I would say. Which game would I rank as most interesting so far? Definitely not game 12, definitely not game 11. I mean, in a way I would say yesterday's game could be. Game 13 might be the most interesting overall. I actually would probably say, I mean, 8 is which one? Is 8 the one that Ding was losing with white? Is game 8 the one that that Gukesh was losing with white? I get them all confused. Is game 8 the English one? Or is game 8 the English one, or is that the ready one? Was it 10 and 11? I thought it was 8, 7 and 8 where Gukesh was winning 2 in a row. Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, when they've been out of the opening phase, Ding has been a better player than Gukesh. But Gukesh has had much better opening preparation. He's built big time advantages in a lot of games. So I think what I would say is it's I mean, they're pluses and minuses for both sides. But this is where Ding needs to play a move quickly. Knight d2 or knight c3. He's got to move quickly. Refresh. We don't have a move here. No move. I'm not really cheering for anybody here, but I kind of want to see a quick move from Ding. I don't want to see him get too low here on this turn. He played knight c3. I don't have it. Oh, now he did. Oh, wait, chess.com's board is behind also. Wait, chess.com's board is also behind. Wait, chess.com's board doesn't have knight c3 yet. Okay, we get castles. Yeah, their board doesn't have knight c3. Okay, we get knight b5 played quickly. Okay, you guys, I hate to break it to you. I think we're gonna have a pretty short stream today. I hate to break it to you guys. I think we're gonna have a short stream. I'm gonna tell you this. It's 50-50 right now. We're either gonna get a quick draw or Gukesh is gonna blunder and lose the game. I'm gonna put it that I'm gonna tell you guys right now, we're gonna get a quick draw after e5, or if Gukesh goes bishop c5, we get queen e2 and rook d1. He's gonna be under real pressure. I'll tell you why. The reason I'll tell you why is because after e5 takes b3, all these moves are basically forced. They're all forced. You have to go here because if you play queen e2, there's bishop h3 to get rid of the two b's, and you have to go here, and then this position. I mean, I don't even see where the advantage is here for white. Like I think it's very likely we get a quick draw if this happens. Very likely. If we get bishop c5, queen e2 with rook d1 and bishop e3, this could get very scary. So it's really a 50-50 here. We're in a 50-50 situation, you guys. It's a pure 50-50. If you don't go e5, you're going to be in trouble. I mean, this is where if Gukesh is out of prep, this is a very scary situation. Ding said it would not be a quick draw. Yeah, that's like read my lips, no new taxes, right? I mean, come on, be serious. Arjun's game is going on. Arjun's game is super sharp, but waiting for a move. So let's go back. Do I think Gukesh truly believes he's an underdog? I think he does, but obviously when you're doing press conferences and your opponent is right there, you can't say such things because psychologically you're giving them the upper hand. I'm going to be honest though, as a human looking at this, I don't think e5 is the most obvious move without knowing that it's the correct move. And if we get any other move like bishop c5 and queen 2 with rook d1, I mean, this is okay, I guess, after queen b6, but even this is actually, yeah, it's okay, but you're on the wrong side of the position here. So anyway, you guys, Ding left his share again. Yeah, no, I mean, the fact that e5 is the only move to keep the balance, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get it, because to me it's not that hard to play e5 here. Show the players, please. Yes, okay, you guys, for the 500th and hopefully final day today, I'll tell you guys why I'm not showing the cams for the 500th and final time. Here we go. Okay, sorry for those of you guys who've seen this already, but for those of you guys who have not seen it, here we go. We got a tweet from Anish Giri a little while back which said, become the Anish Giri of Media Corporation broadcasting partner for the World Championship match. So effectively what you're doing is you're paying $100,000 to get Anish's friendship, but most importantly you're getting the live broadcast with cameras. So the reason, now you understand why I'm not showing the cameras, you guys, is this is the reason. I'm very disappointed, by the way, even though I've shown this like a million times, the amount of views has not actually increased substantially. A little bit disappointing, not gonna lie, a little bit disappointing. So anyway, you have 7 notifications. Yes, thank you. And I'll probably, if this were after 9:30, I'd probably have a whole slew of messages as well, because the markets would be open. But anyway, let's get back to the game. Big moment here, very, very big moment in the game, whether we get E5 or not. It's mostly that I'm loading it 140k. Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't shown, I've probably shown it, I'm guessing, since like round 10 or 9 maybe. On average, I've shown it probably 3 times a day. Just sell 2 calls and pay for it. Yes, thank you guys. Yes. Yeah, if no E5, I mean, this position starts to get, I mean, maybe it's okay, but I'm not rookie 1. I can't use the mouse. I mean, I think white's already better here, by the way. White's already a little bit better here. This is getting dangerous. Yeah, this if we get E5, I'm gonna make a prediction that we get a relatively quick draw. If we don't get E5, I think Gukesh is gonna be in real trouble in this game. Real trouble here. I'm saying it'll be a draw because after E5, black has this wooden shield in the middle, so you're gonna have to trade, and basically both sides get stuck here. You have to go rookie 1 so that on bishop h3 you can retreat the bishop. You can keep the bishop on the board. When I go here, when I go here, you can move because there's no rook. If you were to play queen d2 here, you can't move the bishop without losing the rook. So you have to go here, but after rook d8, queen d2, bishop h3, let's just say bishop h1, h6. I mean, if white goes rook d1, you just go bishop g4 to tickle the rook. So I just don't see it here. I don't see it here. So this is basically the ball game right here. We get e5 or we get bishop c5, one of the two. If we get bishop c5, it's going to become dangerous. If we get e5, probably just a very flat draw. Arjun's game, we got a big mistake here, by the way. Queen e8 is a huge mistake. Apparently, don't ask me why, but it is. So let's go back. Would I have paid 50k? No, I would not have paid 50k. I might have been willing to pay 5k. Almost certainly not 10k. Anyway. Although fundamentally, if I'm being honest, I probably would have just been unwilling to pay because it's FIDE. If I'm being honest. But yeah, anyway. I could have shared with Cigar. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about Cigar. Yeah, I could have. I mean, of course, he got it because because chess.com paid half the fee for him. So even he, like, and I think it was pretty expensive. He had to he chess.com or chess-based in chess.com India or whatever it was, they paid half of it for him. Yeah. So cigar, I don't know. Has Google done anything cool as a sponsor? Honestly, no. I'm a little bit shocked by the whole thing. Do I know if Magnus had access to AlphaZero at one point and he analyzed games? I don't think anybody had access to it other than Matthew Sadler when he wrote his book. He and Natasha Regan, they wrote their book Game Changer, I think it was. When they wrote their book, I think they had access, but I don't believe any players ever had access to it. But it's a big moment up. Why don't you lawyer up and stream it anyway? Like call their bluff? Because it's just not worth it, you guys. At this point in my career, it's just like, at this point, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. That's why. Levy never had access. No, I mean, of course not. I mean, nobody's had access to it. I mean, I believe that Sergei Karyak, the Russian player, I believe he offered he offered DeepMind $100,000 to use Alpha Zero for like a little bit of time, and they were like, no, we don't care about $100,000. Like, we're Google, we don't care about $100,000. It's like, that's literally pocket change. Yeah. Why did they close it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't care about anything related to certain people, you guys. I mean, it's sad to see what has happened. That's all I really need to say. It's sad to see someone sort of go down the rabbit hole, and really just lose control, for lack of a better way of putting it. Really, really sad to see. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, you make your own bet, and it is what it is. Okay. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom quickly. I'll be right back. I still have plenty of coffee, but I'll go use the restroom. Big moment here. Big moment. All right, you guys, we are back. What happened? So yeah, big moment here. Big moment. If we get e5, I think it's going to be a very tame draw. If we don't get e5, I think that Ding is going to probably get winning chances. Why is he? I mean, only moves a little bit too strong, but the point is that basically, if you move the bishop and queen e2, black's development is a little bit worse than white's. White can move the rook, move the bishop very quickly. There's a lot of pressure in the center, and white also has this nice Catalan bishop. So it's basically that white finishes the the development very quickly here. E5 is not an obvious move here, by the way. Not an obvious move at all. Segura is calling me. What? He's calling me? Where, what, when, how? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, big shout out. Holy mackerel, we've got 6,000. Oh, okay, we got bishop b6. I mean, I'm worried about queen e2 and rook d1. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, blunder is too strong, but if we get queen e2 and rook d1, I think Ding is better here. Arjun is +1. I mean, Arjun's game is very sharp in the opening. We'll see what happens, but okay, if we get queen e2 and rook, I mean, let me not look with an ninja, and let's think about this as human. Let me like e5, rook d1, bishop e3. I mean, this looks very bad to me. Let me see what's the engine say. Oh, it's already +1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If we get queen e2 here, like, I'm really concerned already. Really concerned. What else can white play? Queen f3 doesn't look very. I mean, it's playable, but it's weird because you're just walking and stuff, and you put the queen on the diagonal. Queen e2 looks correct to me. What else can you play here besides queen e2? That's the problem. What else can you play here is what I'm trying to figure out. Bishop f4 just runs into e5. I think he's going to play queen e2 here, actually. I think he's going to go queen e2. Queen d8, I don't expect here because the bishop's on a diagonal, and there are some weaknesses. If we get queen e2 here, which I think we will, it's going to start to get scary already. Knight d6 is also a move too. Yeah. No, with Sagar Shah, those you guys are talking about, I mean, I will join him. I'll join him at some point for some event, but I'm covering this, so it's just not really workable. So is Anish doing take? No, he's not. Queen e2 and rook d1 is what I expect to be played here. It's what I expect. Dan's saying he's shocked by this move. I mean, the only reason to be shocked is because it's showing again, it's showing something weird, which is like, it's making me question how good Gukesh's preparation actually is now. That's actually the only reason I'm surprised by this, because it makes you wonder, like, what's up with Gukesh's prep? Like, how much of his stuff is real prep? But yeah, we got queen e2 here. I mean, I guess the point is a6, rook d1, queen e7. And you have to realize knight c3 is good, but this looks great for white. I'm not gonna lie. Bishop e3, great bishops. Again, will Ding find this is the question. Will he or not? That's the big question mark. Which one will we get here? Yeah, if we get queen e2 here, I think it's going to be a very long day for Gukesh. I don't think queen e2 is very hard. The only question is there a justification between trading? And I don't think there is, because bishop f4, there's just e5. And so if you can't quickly develop here on the diagonal, and black's gonna go a6, you don't trade your queens. Polymarket's probably off. Probably it's off. They give Ding a 65% chance. Yeah. But it still says draw is pretty high. Queen e2, can you go e5? Yes. Basically what this comes down to is that in the long run, this bishop on g2, this b is better than this b. Like you go here and then rook d1, queen f6, bishop e3, and knight d6. I mean, maybe you're still kind of hanging on here, but again, the b's look really menacing for white, these two b's. It's basically that this b is better than this b. Basically is what it comes down to. Queen f3 is what the computer likes. I mean, maybe queen f3 might be the best move, but it's a hard move in my opinion. Maybe it's not hard to play if you realize that if you go queen e2, black's gonna go queen f6. Maybe it's not impossible to play queen f3 here. I mean, I would say also for anyone who's wondering about the time situation, I wouldn't be worried for Ding. It's a very easy position to play objectively. You can always just go queen e2 and bishop e3 and trade off a bunch of pieces with zero risk. So this is everything that's happened so far is great for Ding. Great for Ding. Queen e2 is better than queen f3. Okay. I mean, queen e2 with bishop e3 just looks so logical to two b's. I mean, it just looks so pleasant. I don't see Gukesh losing this. He's super nervous. Well, I mean, the problem is that his position is hard to play if we get queen 2. White has a great bishop, easy development. Gukesh's moves are a lot harder, and he's a little bit worse to the point where if he makes one big mistake, he's just going to lose. That's why I don't like this choice from him, because it's a situation where it's very, very if he plays it, I mean, we still have to get queen e2, mind you. Queen e2 still has to be played. I think Ding will play queen e2 here, by the way. Arjun's game is exciting. Arjun has an exciting game like he always does. But yeah, queen e2 and rook d1 does not seem hard to play here. Like you go here, rook d1, queen f6, knight c3, and I mean, it just looks great. Knight e4, bishop e3, no risk at all. Very, very pleasant position. We're not gonna get queen d8, and I'll tell you why. Because after rook d8, I'll give you an example. If you could go here and play something like rook d1, there was a chance we'd get this. But if you do this, the problem is that basically if here there's e5 and bishop e6, and if you play b3, just a6, and now black is still a little bit worse here, but it's not so bad. There's always a bishop e6 somewhere. Queen f3 is not really a traditional human move. You could play it, but I think queen e2 will be played. Am I back to number 2 live? No, I think Fabiano's 2803. And it doesn't really matter that much anyway. Arjun could win. If Arjun wins today, he'll be number 2 in the world, by the way. Queen e2 played. Why is it not updating? It's not updating. Yeah. Yeah, it's not played. Really, the only issue for Ding here is the time situation, but as I said, time not an issue yet. It's only if he has like 20 minutes, but it's such an easy position to play for white. Like there's no real risk here. The main thing is it's not a situation where if Ding makes a slight mistake, he's worse. If he makes a slight mistake, it's just a draw. So that's why I really don't like this choice. Arjun blundered. Everybody blundered. Every blunder. Yumi, he, she, everyone. I expect Queen E2 with Rook D1. It's just so natural here. Yeah. Fabiano doesn't care in this game. This is the game that Fabiano cares about. This game between Arjun and Esipenko. Fabiano is praying that Esipenko does not lose this game, because if Esipenko loses this game and Arjun wins, Arjun overtakes Fabiano, and I mean Fabiano is going to be really upset about his last round game of St. Louis, where he could have just gotten clear first if he had made a quick draw against Donchenko. Of course he does, because for Fabiano there's a huge impact. Fabiano would not have to play classical chess in 2025 if he's qualified for the candidates. He could literally take the whole year off, or just play 2 or 3 tournaments. So this is a huge game. Yeah, it's more about the fact that Fabiano could take time off and just chill. But if Arjun wins this and Fabiano doesn't have some spectacular result in the World Rapid and Blitz, then it's bad. Luigi Mangione extradited to New York for 2025. I don't know. I don't care. I saw something weird though, that he might have even played chess or something on chess.com. I saw something about that, which was like, whoa, wait a second, like, geez. So anyway, taking time is a good idea for other stuff. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, so okay, let's see what we get here in this position. Fabiano is so sweaty. Yeah. I think we'll get Queen E2 here, though. That's my prediction, is that we'll get Queen E2. By the way, also, not to do a rant here for a second, but I'll do it just a 5-second rant. What is wrong with the media these days? I mean, I saw a bunch of articles saying that he played this assassin game, like, and this assassin game, of course, was not Call of Duty or anything like that. It was Among Us. I saw the media calling Among Us an assassin game, and I'm just like, people wonder why nobody trusts the media anymore, and like that's a prime example. Like, I mean, Among Us, it's not even a shooter game. Like, literally, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, be serious. Yeah. Anyway, Among Us is literally Assassin's Creed 6. No. Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to come up with a move here. Let's be serious for a second. What can you play here besides Queen to E2 or Queen to F3? Queen H5 maybe. Queen D8 won't be played, I don't think. Sexy Torger 69 is the chess.com name of Luigi Mangione. Okay. We get B3. Okay, it's funny, you know, I just had this thought that B3 was a move, but I just assumed it's too stupid to play. But he plays it. Maybe not a bad move. Maybe not a bad move. Because A6, Knight C3, Bishop B2, E5, Queen E2 with Knight D5 and Rook D1. Maybe it's still playable for an advantage. I mean, what's the computer want? It wants... Ooh, it wants Queen C... Ooh, walking into Knight B4? Nah, this won't happen. We'll almost certainly get Ace. Oh, is there Bishop F2 here? Wait. Queen F6? And Queen D6 and White's better. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this bishop belongs on E3, not on B2, because the bishop on B6 is powerful now. It's not a bad move, though. Not a bad move. Yeah. Fortnite Stream 1? Who knows? Chess anime, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say fine, by the way, but the problem, you know what the problem here is for Gukesh is that I think queen f6 is also very attractive, but it's apparently a bad move. Like, you hit the rook and you hit the pawn here. Can I explain the tiebreak procedure? They will play 4 games of a tiebreaker. I think they play rapid. I'm not sure it's 15-5 or 15-10 or what it is, but that's what they'll be doing. Yeah, I'm not twerking. No shot, you guys. No shot. Me twerking? No shot. So anyway, let's see what we get here. Hikaru, my rating is 200. Can I improve? Yeah. Reset the board. Okay, we don't have queen f6 played. Nope. Queen f6 is a very why is queen f6 bad, by the way? I don't even understand. Bishop a3, rook d8. Oh, because you have knight d6 and then queen e3. Bishop a7 c. No, wait, rook d1. Because rook d1 knight c, there's knight e4 or something. Yeah, there's 94. Okay. Sharp. Check poly market. Still 64%. Yeah. Do I think tech rally will continue? Yes, I do. I do think the tech rally will continue. I mean, yesterday was such a crazy day. The market was up so much yesterday. So, all right. I mean, I think if you're Gukesh, you're thinking about queen to f6 here or a6. Those are really the only two moves you're considering. I actually, more I look at this more, I think I would probably play queen f6 here if I were human. But this is actually very scary too, because I was just thinking about this position with a6, knight d6, knight d4, and I think queen e3 is best, but even queen e4 looks very, very good for white too. Scary. Yeah, it could be scary. Could be scary. Do do boom 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 boom. So anyway, where were we? Where were we? The legendary pineapple shirt. Yes, by the way, no one actually mentioned that yet this morning. Is I chose to pull out the old school shirt, the classic one, the legendary shirt itself. Yeah. Okay, what car do I drive? I drive a Honda Civic. Yeah. Thank you so much to Mendy Ed for the 5 gifteds. So anyway, waiting for a move here. of style, out of style. Investing in space tech, no. Before you retire, can you do a fan meetup where you sign stuff and take pictures? That is my hope. I hope to do that in the future. Music volume should be fine. This is a very, very critical moment. Now, one thing you guys might notice is I do want your general opinions, because I know a lot of people here are casual fans. Like, I don't want to overdo the analysis too much, because I do think that certainly for the majority of people who are watching, you guys are not going to basically be able to follow a lot of stuff. So like, in case you're wondering why I'm not doing like lines every 5 seconds, that's, or lines, that could mean something else, but you guys get the point. Like, I'm not going to be showing super long lines like every 5 seconds, just because that would be because I think that's something that like most people can't follow. But anyway, all right. Okay, anyway, so yeah, you're 2000, you can follow. Yes, I think that's actually, by the way, I think that's a huge mistake with the world championship. We get a6. Okay, so we get a6, we're gonna get knight c3 played pretty much instantly, I assume, or queen d8. I really hope we don't get queen d8 here. We get queen d8, the game is also trending towards a quick draw. Yeah, we get this. I mean, knight 8, nah, this will be a draw. Should be a draw, but there's still a little bit of a slight pull here. Maybe still a little bit of a slight pull for white, maybe, if you trade queen to go knight c3. We'll get to move quickly here, though, I think, from Ding whenever he gets back to the board. Actually, Ding's been missing from the board, I've noticed a lot today. This reminds me of the match against Nepo. He's been missing from the board a lot today versus other days. Let's see what we get here. He should make a decision pretty quickly. He should play either knight c3 or queen d8 pretty quickly here. I'll be unhappy if we get queen d8, though. I will say that. I'll be unhappy if we get queen d8. Arjun blunder. I mean, okay, every move is tricky in this game. Actually, I don't like c5 though, because now the bishop, how does a bishop, because basically I thought long term you want to play this diagonal, like you want something like this, and long term you want to have this ability to try and play, just to illustrate it, use this diagonal. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's definitely fine for white, but you can't really use a diagonal here. Queen f7 to guard the pawn, and then if black has bishop f5, bishop e4, black's better here. Sharp position. Still very, very sharp, though. Anything can happen. So let's get back. No move yet from Ding. Ding is not a big deal in China. No, actually, from everything I've heard, chess is basically nothing in China. I mean, nothing's too strong word to use, but chess in China is really just not a thing. It's just not really a thing. So, yeah. Is there a bishop? No, there's still no bishop f2 because there's queen f3. None of the people I've met from mainland China have any idea who Ding is. Yeah, I think in China chess is just not a thing in China, basically. Yeah. Mahjong is a thing. I'm well aware of Mahjong. So, but yeah, from everything I've heard, basically chess is not it's not really a serious thing in China at all. So I mean, I feel terrible for Ding. I mean, can you imagine being the world champion, your country doesn't even care? Like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty rough. Chess is not popular in Japan either. I think you're a skinwalker. I know what skin you mean, from Game of Thrones or something. RJ's game is very, very sharp, by the way, very sharp. I don't think we'll get a long thing here. I think Ding is going to move relatively quickly on this turn. Overwatch is bigger in China than chess. Okay, there's some small imbalances. Mostly it's that white is a good B and this bishop's not active, but this bishop on b6 can become very powerful too for black. I don't think he'll use 20 minutes. I think he'll use maybe 10 minutes here. Knight d6 runs into bishop d4. That's why you can't go here. Although even this is wondering, is this actually so bad? Oh, there's queen a5, but this isn't so bad. But again, we're not going to get knight d6 here. The reason we're not going to get knight d6 most likely is simply because now you're veering into the territory of danger. You're veering into the territory of where real danger does exist here. You could blunder and lose with white, and you don't really want that. Ding should have moved to the United States of America. Yeah, of course it should have. But anyway, okay. Is bishop a3 a move here? I'm sure it's not, right? Like, I'm just wondering if you get this position, is this actually dead lost? Oh no, b3 is saying it's just dead lost. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Give us your predictions. I mean, this game is, I would say, it's mostly what you want if you're a Ding fan, in that it's easier to play for white, very little risk. If you make a mistake, it'll probably be a draw. Whereas for Gukesh, if Gukesh makes any kind of serious blunder, he's probably gonna end up losing the game. So the risk reward is very favorable for Ding here, which is a good thing. So I mean, that being said, however, when I look at this position after e5, I still feel like Gukesh should be fine. Yeah. So am I a commie? I live in America. How can I be a commie? Okay, we'll get bishop b2 played pretty much instantly. I mean, the thing is, how bad is this? This is what I don't understand. Is this the queen g5 really? Queen g5 is not a bad move, actually. Yeah, we got bishop e2 played instantly. I assume we'll get e5 here. Be very surprised if we don't get e5 played quickly by Gukesh. I mean, the drawback to e5 here, of course, is that now you're loosening squares. Like, there's always this bash, and like you go bishop e6 and knight d5. I mean, but this still looks okay to me. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not loving the way that the Ding has played this, because he's let this bishop become annoyingly strong on d4. Like, it's still completely fine after like queen d2 and knight d5, for example, but I'm not loving it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not loving it. I'm really disappointed in b3. I don't know why he didn't just go queen e2 and rook d1. I mean, it's really, really weird to me why he didn't play queen e2 and rook d1. That just seems so natural as a human. Oh, we got queen e2 played instantly. Okay. What's wrong with queen a5 here? Because if you go rook d1, there's bishop g4 to hit the rook. How do you break this pin? You go a3 and b4. Okay, maybe that's good. If bishop e6, knight d5, bishop c5, maybe rook a d1. Okay, I mean, white's better, but I don't know. I don't know. This game is tricky. It's very tricky. It's a very tricky position. I don't think we're gonna get queen a5, by the way, because actually this makes no sense. Like, computer likes it, but just allowing white to keep pushing p and expanding on the queen side makes no sense. So we're not gonna get this, I don't think. So we're not gonna get queen a5, then bishop e6 is really the only move that makes sense. And after knight d5 takes, you got a good knight. You have rook e1. White should be better. I just don't know if it's a big advantage or a small advantage. But I think if you're Ding, you're very happy with the position you've reached after move 17. You're down a little bit of time, but you're not really going to be in time pressure here. No time pressure, no risk of losing. It's a dream. It's like it's a dream. Small advantage, no risk. I mean, this is all you can ask for in an elimination situation. No move in Arjun's game, by the way. I think at this point you're right. This won't be a short. There's no way this is going to be a quick draw. Queen f5 is possible, but after a3 you're going to ask yourself, wait, what am I doing? There's b4 c5. So I mean, to me it's a little bit illogical. It's not bad, by the way, but it's a little bit weird. I expect knight d5 to be played here. Yeah, bishop e6 play. I mean, it was played quickly. It's the move that I expected. I expect knight d5 here. I expect knight d5 pretty soon, actually. After knight d5, I mean, this is just black is fine here, but there's literally zero risk for Ding. Zero risk here. Objectively, I think this is going to be a draw. Objectively, I think the draw is most likely. But why did I buy Tesla calls? Because I expected Tesla to rally. It was so cheap when I bought the calls too, because I bought it in August for like a year and a half out, and I just figured stocks at like 180 or 190 or whatever it was, and why not? And of course, stocks over 400 already. Knight d5 should be played by Ding. Should be played pretty much like immediately, actually, based on time usage here. I expect knight d5 to be played. They can't trade to a draw, I don't think. So if you trade, takes, white has a wooden shield and a connect 4 and rook e1. No, I mean, you have this great connect 4, but you also have the wooden shield, and the wooden shield is all you need in life. So no, you can't. I would go knight d5 here, and I would probably almost play it immediately and then think on the next turn. Why am I looking to the side? Because I'm looking at you guys chat. I'm looking at where I have the chat. And yeah, that's why. Okay, anyway. Okay. Can knight d5 play quickly? Okay. Yeah. The thing I would say here though for Gukesh though is actually, why should he be much worse though? Like, you get a position like this, because you can always just go f6 and try to f6 is a blunder apparently. But the main thing is, like, how do you pressure the pawn? Because if you go rook d1 queen c5, the knight's actually well placed to guard. Hard to prove it. Oh, is there b5 here? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, this is starting to kind of fade into the, if we get b5, this is fading quickly. If we get b5, this is fading pretty quickly. But I don't think we'll get b5 here. Yeah, if we get b5, it's starting to fade. Arjun played the best line, but a bit late. I mean, okay, it's whatever. It's Arjun's game. So big shout out to nearly 9,000 you guys who are watching on this very fine Wednesday morning. Hope you guys are doing really well and everything's good in life. So wait a second. Wait, no, actually it's not Wednesday, is it? Wednesday was yesterday. Sorry, it's Thursday. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Thursday morning wherever you are in the world. So yeah, takes. I don't, by the way, that's actually the #1 thing with streaming that has changed for me, if I'm being honest. The #1 thing that's changed for me with streaming all the time is that I do not keep track of the days anymore. I mean, maybe streaming is wrong, or maybe it's more pandemic specific, but like ever since I started streaming all the time, like I really struggle to keep track of days of the week. Like I almost never keep track of the days of the week anymore. If we get b5, this is headed towards a draw, by the way. If we get b5, this will be a draw. Is streaming exhausting? I mean, I think it can be, depending on how long you stream and whether you're enjoying it. I think the most important thing is that, like many things in life, if you're enjoying it, you know, the time flies by, and it's not, you don't feel like you're really working super hard. But if you don't have like great content, you're kind of like unhappy, I think it's very hard to, it's very taxing. But I think this is headed in the range of a relatively quick draw, if you were to ask me. Did I get my Fortnite FTC refund? No. Was I supposed to? Am I going to take a week's break for the holidays coming up? Well, I'm playing in the World Rapid and Blitz in New York, so I am doing that. But yeah, your greatest stream is no coincidence. You have more streamers than there are more viewers than take. Thank you, appreciate it. I mean, just because Ding said that doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. I mean, it's all position dependent, obviously. I mean, Gukesh at this point has to know he's a little bit worse. Speed says it's insane that the streamers say it's more exhausting than 9 to 5. Of course, it's completely insane, obviously. No, I mean, it's ridiculous. Gukesh has to know he's worse here a little bit, so he should be looking for ways to bail out. Magnus said Hikaru is better than all the players in the world, but he talks about chess for a living. What? He didn't say that. He didn't say that. But yeah, he definitely did not say that. But I do think, I mean, I've said before, if I hadn't wasted so much time on other stuff, I probably would be a better chess player than I am. Wait, he said it? What's the timestamp? He said in the recap yesterday. Well, what did he say specific? I mean, of course that context is needed. What did he say? Is it misquoting? What did he say? What did he say is what he said? I'm better than almost all the players. But what's the context? What's the context? I don't know what the context is. He said Hikaru is one of the best players in the world, and he talks about chess for a living, so it's great to have him in the recap. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, context is always important. Like, that's actually one of my biggest pet peeves with the world today is like context matters with almost everything, and everything can get spun out of context so easily. Yeah. I mean, without context. He was in his feelings about you skipping out yesterday. Well, I mean, basically I skipped because the game was super long and boring. I mean, basically what I would say is like the game was going to be drawn once they reached time control, and then Gukesh dragged it on forever for no reason at all. And so like I was already a little bit tired, and like I just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, they should be showing players in their private rooms. Do we have another move? We've got Rook B3. Very sharp position in the Arjun game. Very sharp position. No, I'll be joining today because today's game is not going to be a very long game, I don't think. Magus definitely seems to respect Hikaru much more these days. I mean, what I would say about that is there's always been respect, but also what I would say is that as you get closer to the end of your career, like a lot of the what's the way of putting it, a lot of the competitiveness, a lot of the sort of stuff, it starts to fade because you start to sort of see, like, you can kind of see the end coming. And I think what I would say is, like, for both Magnus and myself, like we're still going to be around for at least a few more years, but like we are much closer to the end of our careers than the beginning of our careers. And at the end of the day, like, you know, what's it all worth? Like, if I'm being honest, like, what's it all worth? Like, what's it all worth? Like, it's not the same anymore. And like once you get close to the end of your career, it's like you just view everything through a different lens. The context of everything is completely different. Stop cutting onions. Yeah, exactly. No, actually, I mean, actually, like, I'm being honest. Like, that's the thing. Like, even it goes both ways, because like if you look at it from my standpoint, like, it's just like at this point the end is like much closer than the beginning, and like I'm gonna look back on all the times I played against Magnus like very fondly and very happily, instead of being like, oh man, I'm gonna play him tomorrow, I need to beat him and all this other stuff. Like it's just kind of gone from like it's gone from the mind in a way. So yeah, that's what I would say is you start to look at it very differently. You do. So anyway, well, I continue streaming after I had my professional chess career. I mean, like I've said before, actually I said it many times, I think that the old world take of you basically retire the way Garry Kasparov did, or like I think Vladimir Kramnik did, or Judith Polgard did, is never going to happen again, because it's so easy to play rapid and blitz. Rapid and blitz chess now is much more prominent and popular than it was, say, 10 or 15 years ago, and it's something that you can play even when you're 50 or 60, and it's just like it doesn't matter. So I think you're not going to get the wholesale like I'm retiring from chess completely ever again, even from like Magnus. You're never going to get that because of how exciting rapid and blitz are. So you'll never get that. But so like what I would say on that topic is that for myself, like I don't think I'll ever like be like, oh man, I'm retiring. I'm done, I'm retired, period. It'll be more like the Vishy Anand style, where it's like you basically retire without retiring. You just play a couple of games or like a handful of tournaments, and that's that. You'll never I don't think you'll ever have like the full scale like, oh, I'm just retiring from chess, because rapid and blitz are so easy to play and they don't require a massive time commitment. So you'll never see you'll never see like the like I'm retiring the way we saw with like Gary or Judith or others. As black, I mean the b5 is the safest move to draw here. Ding is sleeping in the players room. They should not be showing it, by the way. They should not be showing that. Okay, you get b5. Yeah, this is not gonna make, I don't think this is even gonna make it to 6:30. I don't think this game's gonna go more than half an hour. Yeah, the Daily News. Whoa. Is Ding actually asleep? No, he's actually awake. He's awake. I mean, there's so many ways to kill. I mean, takes rookie 1 f6 f4 looks like the most principled way. Queen d6, queen e3 maybe. I mean, meh. Very drawish. Why am I racist? Thank you for the troll. Huh? As we like to say, to use a classic meme, put the fries in the bag, bro. Let's see what Ding's gonna play here. They're both just sitting in their rooms now. Yeah, why is Ding sitting back there? Why is Gukesh considered to be the underdog in rapid? Because he's much more of a pure calculator than an intuitive player. That's why. He thinks you're not rooting for Gukesh and thus races because there's only one race. Okay, whatever, dude. Whatever. We're champ. What is going on the feed station? They're doing a food review. I don't know. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I think flip the burger, put the fries in the bag. Exactly. I mean, I think Arjun's style is much more suited to playing against Ding than Gukesh's, because Arjun is like a crazy attacking player. Like he doesn't care about draws. He just goes for the throat every game. So stylistically, that'd be a very bad matchup for Ding. But we'll have to wait and see. What is going on in Arjun's game? We got queen f6 here. Yeah, who knows? Maybe 95, 94. No, this is losing apparently. Not there. Takes bishop c3. Oh, so you go rook d4 first. Very hard position to judge here. Very hard position to judge. Indian wants f4 right away here. You can't go f4 because of the pin. You mean takes f4? Yeah. I'm predicting this is going to be a draw, by the way. I'm gonna just make a bold prediction. This will be a draw. This will be a draw. Alabama. All right, I mean, Arjun's worse in this game, but it's also, again, for Arjun, it's an all-in situation. Arjun has to win. So for Arjun, it doesn't matter whether he wins or loses. He has to create the best situation to where he could win the game, because a draw does nothing for him. So when you say he's losing, this is a great choice from Arjun in this game because he has to win. He has to win this game. A draw does nothing for him. So that's why, like, from Arjun's perspective, he doesn't care if he loses this game at all, because there's only one result that makes this game a success, and that is a win. I do think this game is going to be a draw, by the way. Unless Ding spends a ton of time here, we'll probably get mass liquidations, and I think this game is going to be a draw very soon. Like, I think we're going to have mass liquidation, like rook e1, f6, f4, queen. Actually, black should always take on c4 and queen d6, and like, not this, of course, takes. I mean, even this, man, like even this. What even is this? Yeah, what even? I mean, what even is this? Well, there's check, maybe check, not here, check here, and then takes, rook a5. Ugh. Big pile of nothingness. Yeah, it is what it is. I should have won the candidates. I mean, it happens. It happens. I mean, I didn't have any chance in the final game, so I don't know why I should be, why it's my fault. I mean, the person who should have won is obviously Fabiano. Fabiano is the guy who had the tournament on his hands, and I do believe Fabiano would have beaten Gukesh in a tiebreaker. So I never had a winning chance that final game, so I don't really know why exactly I'm supposed to be like super upset exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, I never had a chance to win in that final game. Fabiano was, not only did he have a chance, he was just actually winning. So yeah, I mean, it's always weird when people say that, like, because I never had a chance. Yeah. No, you can never really look back at like the whole tournament. You can only look at individual moments, and really the Gukesh Ali Reza game is very critical because that was a time when everyone was in the running. That was the first point, and the second one was, of course, the final round. Both of those were very, very critical moments. Thank you, Captain Titus, for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. Yeah, he was winning 5 times against Nepo. He was winning a lot. I don't know how many, but a lot. Yeah. Do I think India will dominate the way Russia did back in the day? I don't know. Vita is laughing like a maniac right now. What do you mean? The quick draw I made, again, people who talk about these things, you can't look at the tournament going backwards. Like, people who look at it is like, okay, you could have done this differently in round 1. Yeah, but I mean, the same thing is true. If Gukesh doesn't lose to Ali Reza, for example, in round 5 or whatever it was, the whole tournament is different too. He plays much differently. Like, you can't go back and try to compare random moments. The only time that you can actually compare is like the specific moment when everyone's in the running at the end of the tournament, which is like around round 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I mean, the people who talk about like, okay, why'd you draw in round 3? Yeah, sure, thank you for that. But it's just like, if I don't lose to Vita in round 2, I also don't play the same way. Like, all of it is just that's why, like, I saw when I posted my video, people were like, they're like, you know, why is he talking about like this Gukesh Ali Reza game being important? He just shouldn't have lost to Vita. It's because the Gukesh Ali Reza game is the only moment when Fabiano, myself, Nepo, and Gukesh were all in the running, and we had a chance to win. This is going to be a draw, I think, pretty soon. I just don't know exactly what we get here. You should never lose in playing chess. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, also Fabiano in round 13, he won the game against Prague, right? Also, yeah. So, all right. Arjun's game, do we have a move? We have h4 played. I mean, Arjun's game is super sharp, super sharp. Yeah, I don't really care what someone has to say on Twitter for anybody who's asking. Don't really care. I mean, draw is always the most likely result, always. I don't have a position in meta. I mean, of course I own it through ETFs, but I don't have a position in meta. So, although it's gone, I mean, all the tech stocks are so high right now. But 632? Wow. It's insane. Where is Sergei Karyakin? I have no idea. Isn't he in politics these days? I think he's in politics. I think Karyakin's in politics if I'm not mistaken. I played Pragnananta in the candidates, so yeah. He's a senator now? Okay. Andre blundered? I mean, blunder's a relative term, you guys. It's a very strange position they're playing, though. Yeah, it's a very weird position. I mean, I have no, I mean, what, knight g5? This is some like new age hippie chess that Arjun's playing here. I have no idea who's better. This is just a weird game. A very weird position. Very weird position. Okay, let's move back around. Yeah, very weird position. 10k watching. Well, I mean, it's the last game of the World Championship. Yep. What is hippie chess? It's chess that basically violates the existing rules and principles we've held true for so long. It's like it's chess that has fancy schmancy. What is this? Oh, is he gonna go knight f4? Huh. I mean, okay, he's going for something extremely dry. This is like as dry as it gets. This is super dry. This is super dry. This is literally, I'm gonna make a draw, but the game might go for a bit longer. This is super dry. Is bishop d5 losing? I mean, I guess it's losing because you're gonna lose the pawn on d4 here, right? There's queen c3. Yeah. There's no advantage. We're gonna get takes and knight f4. I mean, I guess there's some rook a6 or something, but we'll never get rook a6. Yeah, I mean, why is this good? Oh, really? Wow. Wow. Yeah, Ding is just trying to draw the game and get to tie breaks. Yeah. This is they're definitely trying to get to tie breaks here. The only question is, can you trade and go knight d4? This is a question, but I think, yeah, knight f4 should be. I mean, we'll get knight f4, knight e3. I don't know which one. Probably knight f4 if I had to guess. Yeah, knight f4 played instantly. Yeah, this game is going to be. Is it 30 or move 40 when they can draw, you guys? Yeah, it's going to just be a draw. Is it move 30 or move 40? It's 40. Okay. So maybe we'll get a little bit more play, maybe. Although, actually, what about rook c8? I just realized. What about not e4? What about takes, and rook c8? Because if you take, there's queen d5, maybe. Oh no, there's bishop c4. No. Yeah, this is almost certainly going to be a draw. Yeah, I'm going to have to wake up tomorrow too. For anyone who's saying things about Ding that he said no quick draw and it might be a quick draw, everything is position dependent in chess. I don't think we'll get rook a6. Rook a6 is not going to be played there. I don't think we'll get rook a6. I'm surprised by pawn takes pawn 2, but I guess Ding figures he doesn't have anything, so he's just happy to make a draw. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I put the draw odds somewhere around like 85-90%. See where poly market's at. Yeah, Polymark is at 62%. I generally think something like 60-40. I mean, 81% draw. I mean, this really hard, really hard to see this being exciting. Tiebreak's gonna be the same time tomorrow. Yeah, Ding had chances. Ding was better here. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna ask him in the press conference, like, why didn't he go queen e2 and rook d1 with bishop e3? I mean, I guess he just thought a6 rook d1 and like the knight's getting to d4 and white can't be better or something like that. But as someone who's played the Catalan his whole life, I mean, FIDE is 73.1% chance. So basically you're saying Google's not very good at making predictions on chess is what you're actually saying. That's what you're saying. That's actually what you're saying, because those are Google predictions. So effectively you're saying Google's just not very good at making predictions on chess. No, it's much higher than 73. I think Polymarket has it correct. It's around 90%. Polymarket I think is spot on the money. Polymarket has improved a lot, by the way. The last couple of games, I mean, there have been inefficiencies, but I haven't seen any massive inefficiencies the way I saw in some of the earlier games, which might have more to do also with the fact that the games have been pretty stable versus very choppy and back and forth. They are not paying me, no. But if you don't take the knight, I mean, you can trade the bishops, but you have to take the knight. Tiebreakers are 4 games. I don't think this match, assuming this is a draw, which I think it will be, I don't see this going I don't see this going beyond the 4 game rapid portion. Yeah, they play tomorrow. They're going to play 4 games of rapid. You can't go rook c8 because now you got these double pawns. This is just terrible. Bishop e4 and a wooden shield. Yeah. Takes, and rook b8 and draw. I mean, Ding could still lose theoretically if we get rook a6, but I'm pretty sure we'll get takes, rook b8. I really think what we're gonna get is we're gonna get something like this. We're gonna get something like rook d1, queen b6, bishop d7, takes, and we all make a draw. We all go home early, and we're all a little bit unhappy, but it's what it is. That's what I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get like takes, rook b8, rook d1, queen b6, and like bishop d5 or bishop d7, one of these moves, and it's like, okay, basically Ding is he's saying here that no risk, 2v1. If you make one blunder, you lose, but it's a draw. No risk. Rook a6 I don't think will be played, by the way. I'd be very surprised if we get rook a6. Although here you could also play rook c8, right? You could also play rook c8 here to ignore it, but even this is like, ugh. I mean, even this is just so drawn. Yeah, I mean, no, this is going to be a draw. It's just a question of whether it's a draw now or a draw in 30 minutes. Depends which move we get, basically. Yeah, that's also a question of, really. Surprised Gukesh isn't pressing. I mean, pressing means what exactly? There's nothing to recap just yet because the game still could go for a bit, but yeah. Is there FG3 here? Yeah, there is FG3, and if you accidentally blunder, you lose your world championship title. But we'll get HG, and then like, I don't know, rook b8, and I mean, I'm not very enthused by any of this. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a draw. It's just a question of whether they draw now or they play a bunch of moves. I'll probably do take, but it's going to be much later today, I think. Yeah. Why so slow? I mean, yeah, takes, rook b8. Probably we'll get takes FG. I think we'll get FG3 here, by the way. I think we'll get FG3. I don't think we're gonna get rook a6 here, by the way. It just looks like a weird move to me because there's bishop f3 and rook d1. Also, you're not sure that bishop b5 rook d6 is good. I don't think we're gonna get that. I think we'll get rook b8 here, maybe rook c8. Rook c8 could be played, but still after takes, nothing obvious. I mean, computer wants h5, I guess, but in this situation, knowing that you're not worse, there's no way you go for this, especially with the match situation. Would I rather be world champion but no streaming career, or be in your current situation? I'd much rather be in my current situation. Much rather be in my current situation. That's not even a question. Yeah, we got rook b8. I told you guys. I told you. I mean, these guys are not computers. Rook d1, and then queen b6, queen g5. I don't know what, but yeah, it's gonna be a draw. Queen g5, queen d2 maybe is good. Yeah. It's very wholesome seeing Hikaru and Magus talking to each other online. Don't think it happened until take. I mean, we've had plenty of interactions over the years, but I think what I would say is also, you know, again, as you get older, as things start to change, your perspective shifts. Like, it's sort of like animosity doesn't exist in the same way. I mean, there are other things also that kind of force us to be friends. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you so much to Andy from California for the host of 8 viewers. Thank you so much. But I would say is that, like, it's sort of one of those things where at this point I look at it and it's like I really look back now very fondly on all the games against Magnus. It's not the same as like 5-6 years ago, where it's like you look back on those games and you have a very bad taste in your mouth. It's more like you appreciate having had the opportunity, having been in that situation. So like, yeah, I think that's the main thing, is that things are very different. Things are very, very different. But I think more than anything, it's because of the pandemic and how the perspective shifted. The fact that I went from being a professional player to being a content creator, how Magnus also kind of in a different way, he stepped away from professional chess, he stepped away from the classical world championship. Both of us started going in a direction where we're not on a path, not on a collision path, or we're not competing against each other in the same way as we once were. So yeah, I think that's the main thing, is that it's just we're both in a situation at this point where it's like we look at things very, very differently than we used to. Arjun's game is, God only knows what's going on in Arjun's game. I don't even ask me. So no, anyway, but yeah, I mean I would say it's been great. It's been fun to kind of move into content creation ever since I've basically semi-retired from chess, and yeah, it's been good. I will get rook d1, queen b6, and like bishop d7 or bishop d5, and I mean, it's going to be a draw. Would I switch from streaming to professional chess for 1 year for $1 billion? Well, I mean, that's a stupid question, because like, I mean, I'm only semi-retired, not completely retired, but I mean, of course I would. That's a very weird question. But anyway, I mean, this is definitely draw. I mean, I would put the odds around 90%. Unless Ding gets some weird idea of trying to play for more, Gukesh does something insane on the king side, this will be a draw. Queen e5 is fine, rook d1 is fine. So %94 would I buy a no? I mean, I buy it 8 cents. I mean, I would not know. I think it's going to be a draw. I would not buy this here. I wouldn't know. So I mean, I don't really see any way for Ding to lose this, though. So I just don't see a way for either player to lose this. I mean, if anybody's going to win, it's going to be Ding. But yeah, Magus said in a recap of game 13, you're the best player to be good at commentating. Okay, we got rook d1. I mean, I've had a lot of experience with it now, so I think I'm pretty decent. I think it's I think it's sort of knowing the right mix between like it's the right mix between being able to like talk about, have general knowledge about certain topics, but also be able to sort of keep the chess a little bit more simplified. Like, I think Fabiano has potential to do that. Like, Anish has potential, but it's not something they focus on a lot. I mean, I think most top players, not most, but the ones who have a good understanding of English could definitely do it. But it takes a lot. We're gonna get bishop d7 or bishop d5, and we're gonna get a draw, you guys. I mean, I don't even this isn't this just like a dead draw? Like, oh, this is not a dead draw. Oh. Still, I mean, this, like, you can try to go for, it would be hilarious if we got a lolly mate. Here comes a lolly checkmate with queen g2. Nobody likes being lolly mated, so this would be the Jean-Baptiste lolly checkmate. I don't think we're gonna get it, but that would be pretty funny if we got somehow Ding just like he just forgets and he allows queen h3. Yeah, not joking. It's a lolly mate. Yeah. Yep, it's named after a chess player. It's named after Jean-Baptiste Lolli. He was a famous Italian chess player like 400 years ago. I mean, I can look up the article again. Yeah, it's a lolly mate. Yeah, Jean-Baptiste Lolli. He was born in 1698 and he died on June 4th 1769. You guys, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Living 71 years in that day and age, isn't that kind of like crazy? That's actually nuts, isn't it? Being born in 1700 and living 71 years, isn't that like a seriously good life? No, that's what pasta does. Maybe I thought 71, like 71 years in like 1698 to 1769. Isn't that like really impressive? Considering the lack of medicine and everything. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought to me that seems kind of impressive. No, my relatives lived to their 80s in the 1700s. Okay, thank you, Fabiano Jade, appreciate it. Thank you for that. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate the troll, but thank you. Yes, all your relatives live to their 80s. All your relatives live to their 80s. Yes, thank you. But yeah, that's pretty impressive. But anyway, he was an Italian chess player, one of the most important chess theoreticians of the time. He is most famous for his book Osservazioni teoretico-pratiche sopra il gioco degli scacchi. So yes, yes, he was an Italian player. It's pretty crazy. Imagine that guy. He was alive 425 years ago, and we're talking about him today. That's actually insane. That's insane. Yes, 425 years ago, but we're still talking about him today. Yes. So but the book was published in Bologna in 1763. Born in Nonatola Modena. He was one of the Modenese masters. Okay, anyway, yeah, I think if I were playing here, I'd probably go bishop d5 versus bishop d7, but we'll see. Can I comment on Arjun's game? I will at a point. Both moves are completely fine here. I think bishop d7 is probably better because you take away the diags. If you go bishop d5, black can still try to go bishop g4, bishop h3. But yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, of course I can speak many languages. I mean, what do you think I am? You think I'm some American? I only speak one language? Come on, be serious. Anyway, let's see what we get here. Bishop g2 also completely fine. Bishop f3 fine. Bishop d7 fine. I mean, all four moves are fine. We'll see. Do I have any new content ideas cooking for 2025? Not right off, no. So anyway, tomato. Yes, I understand a good chunk of Spanish, depending which Spanish it is. But that varies. Like Mexican Spanish, I don't understand a thing basically. I can't keep up with the dialect. But like Spanish like from Spain, I have a pretty I can pretty much understand everything. Argentinian Spanish with pollo, not pollo. Yes, thank you. Anyway, let's see what Ding plays here. All moves lead to Rome. It's just a question of which one he's gonna play. If I were playing here, honestly, I'd probably go bishop d7 and just try to force a draw immediately. Yeah, I probably would go bishop d7 and try to force a draw instantly. No, I was being serious. He was a real person. He was Jean, not Jean. It was an M, so Jean Battista Lolli. 1698 to June 4th, 1769. He was an Italian player, and he coined the phrase. There's the famous phrase, the lolly mate. There's a lolly mate here with the queen and the pawn, and it's named after Jean Battista. Yeah. Yes. Stavi parlando italiano poco fa, sono appena arrivato, no? Parliamo di un grande giocatore di scacchi. Gukesh can win now since the position is what? I don't know. Wait, sorry. Gukesh can win what? Gukesh win now since pressure's on Ding. No, it's gonna be a draw. Between Gukesh and Ding, who's more likely to blunder? Definitely Gukesh, I would say, but it depends if we get bishop d7, bishop d5. Yeah, it depends. Excited for rapid? I mean, kind of. Not super excited, but kind of. I mean, I think it's gonna be a draw though. It's just a matter of which move we get. Can I hear your prediction about the outcome? This will be a draw. It's just a question of whether it's a draw now or it takes time. Why no cams? Yes, thank you for asking. Why no cams? Let's see. Have you written before Smart Juice, or are you new actually? Have you asked? You've been here before. You've been here before. Let's take a look. You've been here before. Nah, you've been here too long, dude. You've been writing messages since the beginning of December. You've been here too long. You're trolling. You've been here too long. You've been writing messages since like the beginning of December. Yeah. I mean, like, this is one example of something like, even here, queen c3. I mean, they're just so drawn here, so dead drawn. I don't actually know why Ding is thinking, to be honest. Yeah, why is he thinking so long here? I don't even get it. Sherlock Holmes, exactly. Yeah. Anish tweeted again. Okay, let's see, what did Anish tweet? Okay, who are we kidding? Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a draw. It's just a question of when. Play this out against Stockfish. Okay, you're right. Okay, let's do this against Stockfish because we're so bored. Chess.com/analysis. Control V. There we go. Okay, so I should play from the white side, right? I should play from the white side, I assume. Wait, what? Oh no, I need to get the position. Sorry. Wait, what? Where are we at? Okay. Okay, let me change the scene. There we go. Okay. Yeah, like, I mean, Rook D1's fine. I can just trade even. You know what's funny here is I can actually force it. I can probably get the same endgame as yesterday with a 3 versus 2 on the king side if I want. I just want to make sure, is Rook D1 a problem? I mean, Rook D1's fine. I mean, like, I don't know. Go here maybe. Yeah, like, Oh, did I just blunder here? I'm just blundering by did I just blunder this by accident, or maybe it's still a draw? I think I just blundered this by accident. Yeah, I just blundered this by accident because I'm not paying attention. Oh, one second, let me redo this. Okay, right here, let's go here. Sorry, let's not paying attention. Are they forced? Wait, are we getting a forced draw? Wait a second. The game's going on. Let me do it again from the start. Let me do it again from the start. This position, right? Let me do it from the start. Okay, let's get back to the same position. Wait, it just took what? Let's take. Why did I play a different line? Let's go here. Go here and trade. No, I mean I'm just pre-moving every move. Like. I mean everything draws here, but let's take. Am I gonna actually find a way to lose? This is a question. That would be rather embarrassing. I mean, I can give up the pawn and draw this. If I go rook b8, so that's also a draw, but b8 f4 check, king f5 check. I mean, rook c4 is a safe draw. Actually, rook f4. No, wait a second. Let's go here. Illogical. I think rook g7. Of course, I've messed this up for no good reason. Yeah, I mean, it's all a draw. Yeah, it's all just a draw. Okay, let's go back to the game. What do we got? We got bishop f3 b4. I mean, it's still just a dead draw. Just a question of when they draw. Probably queen d4, rook d. I mean, actually, rook d4 is rook d4. The rook d1 makes more sense here. Yeah. No, I mean, it's just there's nothing to do in the position. It's just a dead draw. The scene is correct here. Scene is correct. Check the Mike Klein tweet. I don't know if I want to check it, but sure. Okay, that is not. Oh wait, there it is. Sorry. Wait, I read the wrong. Wait, what? Today, sent off his buddy with a shirt that read "Be naked when I get home." Wait, what? What the heck is that? What is this tweet? Mike Klein made a tweet that says today at rapport sent off his buddy with a shirt that read "Be naked when I get home." Aren't we all Richie? Aren't we all? What? What? What is that tweet from Mike? get back to the game. Yeah. There's nothing that Gukesh can really do to keep the game going. It's more a question of when does Ding want to make the draw. Yeah, no, Ding is happy to go to tie breaks, so Ding is just happy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that tweet is, gonna be honest. Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. What's the tiebreak format? It's 4 games of rapid. I mean, Ding is the favorite, but he's not. It's not like he's like 90-10 or something. It's probably 60-40, 60-40ish, maybe. I mean, 60-40, 65-35. Who knows? Like he's the favorite, but it's not like he's a massive favorite. Arjun game seems like a draw. Wait, Arjun's game is. There's no way. There's no way. Is there? Let's pull it up. No, I mean this game is all results are in play. All results are in play. I think it's probably, I don't think it's 80-20. I don't think so. Not with modern Ding. Old Ding maybe. I think okay, I think my job. What is A4? Wait, did he actually play A4? I mean, I guess it's fine, but what on earth is A4? No, I mean A4 is just ridiculous. What is A4? Why are you taking a worse position here for no reason? What is A4? Are you kidding me? What is A4? I mean, I get that it's still a draw of perfect play, but now it's like he's trying to lose the game for no reason. Is Ding doing this on purpose? What is A4? It's still a draw, but I mean, basically now what you're doing this, it's like one of these, like, I want to get to 3 versus 2 and I want to draw, but why would you play A4? What is A4? What the heck is A4? Like rook d4, rook d1, and queen d2, bishop d5. I mean, what is A4? No, I mean this is just this is stupid. You literally go from a position where only white can be better. Potentially white has a chance if black blunders now where it's like it's a draw if you play it well, but you make one blunder, you lose the game. What on earth is A4? No, I mean I'm actually upset by this. What is A4? I mean it's still a draw, but what the heck is A4? I mean, you literally just go rook d4, queen d2, rook d1, and you just draw the game and get out of there. Oh, this is so lame. I mean, this is so lame. I mean, you can still go b4 or trade and make a draw with rook a8, but why would you do this? Like, this is still a draw with perfect play, but why would you ever do this? It's like he's doing it on purpose. What the heck is A4? That's just a ridiculous move. I mean, you think I mean, can I draw this? I mean, like this is like the last game of the match. You lose this game, you lose. Why would you do this? Okay, let me try this. I mean, I can still draw this, but like even against computer, but it's not gonna be easy. Like, scar the pawn. Okay, I get this trade. And now I already blundered. Still probably a draw, but probably still a draw, but the point is that only I can lose here. Only I can lose this. Oh, it's the right color pawn too. Go bishop e2. I mean, it's still a draw, but it's very tricky. Wait, what is king? Oh, it wants to trap my bishop. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's still a draw, I think, but dangerous. This is actually a draw. I might be losing here. No, I think I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna put the bishop on f3. I'm just gonna lose. Maybe not. Go bishop e4. Take 6, king g2. I mean, I have to go here. Might still be a draw. I think I'm losing here though. Puts a pawn at h3. I'm losing for sure. I have to put the bishop on g2 or the king on h2 when he goes h4. No, but king g4, I'm just losing actually. No, I'm just losing here, I think. I'm just losing, yeah. Yeah, see, that's why I don't get it. Like, what is this? Like, if we go back to like let's go back here, like this position, because I can also play this against computer. Like, I just never lose this. Actually, sorry, I was gonna play rook d4. Let's go rook d4. I just here. Yeah, see, like this, you never lose. You literally never lose this. I can just go here and trade. I mean, like, there's just no chance of losing. Like, you never lose this. This is kind of the exact point. That's what I don't get about this game. Like, that's why it's just so illogical completely. Let's go back to the game. Yeah, I'm refreshing. I know. I don't get it. I don't understand this at all. Like, what is a4? That's just such a ridiculous move. No, but the time wasn't an issue, and now the time is an issue. Like, what the heck is a4? Like, a4 is literally like maybe the most ridiculous move I've seen in a long time. I mean, if you go queen d4, rook d4, the game's just a draw. No, it's like he's trying to lose the game. No, he's trying to lose the game. I'm serious. Like, that's what I would say. It's like he's literally trying to lose the game with a4. It's a draw with perfect play, but like, but again, what's the point of this? I mean, like what? This is what he wants? You want to suffer for the next 4 hours? I mean, it's still a draw of perfect play, but like, what is the point of this? Yeah, he's gonna go rook a8. Like, what? Nice. I mean, maybe he's a masochist, but like, geez. This is just very reckless. I mean, this is very reckless. It's just very, very reckless from Ding. It's just ridiculous. There's no other explanation. I mean, like, a4 is literally an attempt to lose the match for no reason. You just don't do that in a situation like this. To make your opponent suffer, you must first suffer yourself. I mean, I think he'll draw the game, but like, why do this to yourself? I mean, why put yourself under pressure for no reason? And now this game's going to be drawn out forever too. That's the thing. Like, now it's going to be some like 5-hour game when it shouldn't be. It's like ridiculous. He's trying to have a bit of fun. Yeah, it's a bit of fun, except you have except it's not a draw. You can only lose here. It's not a draw either way. Like, I mean, I don't think so. I think there are chances you can lose this for sure. I almost hope he loses, actually, because this is just a4 is just complete nonsense. No, I mean, it's just stupid. Check poly market. I mean, it was 98 cents and now it's not. Wait. Okay, let's get back to the game. Plays versus Stockfish. I think I'm gonna lose this against Stockfish. No cap. I think I'm gonna lose this. I'll try. I think I'm gonna lose this though. Seriously, I think I'm gonna lose this more often than not. No, I think I'm gonna lose this more. Let me mute this tab right now. Like, I think I'm gonna lose this more often than not. I'm not trolling. I think I'm gonna lose this. Thank you so much to the Stu Tankshin or Stu Tank Clan, sorry, for the 5 gifteds. No, I mean, I think I'm gonna lose this. I don't think this is a draw at all. I mean, this is not. I mean, yeah, like, this is not an easy draw. Like, this is very dangerous. F3 G4. I mean, oh, if it's gonna trade, then I'll draw. This should be an easy draw, no? It should not have traded the rooks. But if it gets to h3, this is still no, but this has to be a draw, right? Okay, logical. Okay, now it's just an easy draw. I'm overreacting. No, I'm not overreacting. I mean, I'm not overreacting. I mean, you're literally putting yourself in a situation where only you can lose. I mean, it played rook b3, which just shouldn't have. Like I was said in the Olympiad, Ding lost similar draw position against Lukwang them by forcefully trying to liquidate. Right, but I mean, but the point is, why did he play a4? There's no need to go a4. I mean, you literally, I mean, I don't know what Magnus is going to say later when I talk to Magnus, but like, I'm sure he's going to say something very similar to me. It's like, why would you play a4? You just go rook d4 or rook d1. There's literally no reason to play a4. Like, you're literally putting yourself in a situation where if you make one wrong move, you lose the game and the match is over. No, I mean, this is an absolute dream situation for Gukesh. I can't try to win because if I play against the computer, basically, if I play against the computer, it's gonna, like, it doesn't matter. It'll draw easily with white for sure. Well, the computer traded the rooks, so you shouldn't trade the rooks. David Howell was visibly irritated. I mean, there's no reason to do it. I mean, there's literally no reason to put yourself in the situation. Like, there's no reason to put yourself in the situation at all. That's why it's so unacceptable. You put yourself in a situation where you make one wrong move, you lose. This isn't stress-free either. You're going to suffer here. You're going to suffer to draw this position now with white. I mean, you're going to suffer here. This is not an easy draw at all. What the heck is a4? I mean, that's just a ridiculous move. I mean, even bishop, I mean, literally bishop d5. I mean, even this, like, even later on, you can go a4, something like this, and just get some kind of rook endgame, and that's a dead draw. But with bishops on the board, this is not a dead draw at all. What causes suffering? You're just down a pawn, and now we're gonna have a 4 or 5 hour game where nothing happens, which makes it even more annoying. Check the Argent game. Okay, no, I mean, I'm actually upset because it's like there's literally no reason. It's just the stupidest thing. This might be one of the stupidest things I've seen in quite a while. Argent's game is all out of control. Yeah, g5, logical. He's gonna put the bishop on g6, and I mean, no, this is one of the stupidest things I've seen in a long time. I'm mad because, like, this is just ridiculous. You don't do this. This is a world championship match. You make the draw and you move on to tomorrow. Like, this is literally saying, okay, you know what? I can draw any position, like, and you can't. I hope the Gukesh wins this game. I do, actually. I do hope the Gukesh wins this game because this is just ridiculous. This is maybe one of the stupidest things I've seen in a long time. I mean, a4 is, I mean, in a world championship match is probably the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a while. I mean, it's just so stupid. Like bishop d5, queen d4, rook d4, literally any move, and you draw the game easily. Yeah, I mean, what is wrong with Ding? I mean, maybe he thinks he can just draw. I mean, I guess he thinks he can just draw this no matter what, but I don't think this is that simple. Like rook d5, h6. I mean, it's all, everything's a draw with perfect play, but he's keeping his promise to not make a quick draw. Sure, if you want to try and like put yourself in a situation where you can only lose and lose the match, then I guess that's one way of looking at it. Yeah, this a4 move was, it's not about time pressure, it's that you're gonna suffer. You can only lose and you have no chance, you only suffer and you have no chance to get a quick draw. No, I mean, a4 is just, it's really ridiculous, really just unacceptable on any level. Like bishop d5 just draws the game immediately. And it's not even about that, it's the fact that it's a draw. Like it's a draw with no risk of losing. After a4 you draw as the best result, and you're gonna lose every so often. I don't know why he did this to himself. I don't know why he did this. I have no good explanation. I have no good explanation for this. I am angry, actually. I am angry. I'm angry because it's not about anything other than like, why there's no reason you do this. Like, you don't want to give yourself a challenge, because if you slip up you lose and it's all over. Yeah, if you slip up it's all done. That's why this is unacceptable. And you can only lose this game now. It's a draw or a loss. There's no win possibility. Ding said we should not expect a quick draw. This is what he meant. Maybe. Yeah, I still think it's more likely than not that it'll draw, but I would say it's 80%. I would say 75-80% draw, 20-25% chance that he loses this. I would say it's like 80-20. I think 80% chance draw, 20% chance he loses. That's my prediction here. Polymark is still on 97, really? Still on 97. Wow. Wow. No, I've been actively, I would say on some level I've been actively rooting for Ding, at least in the last couple of games, but this is, yeah, I can't really be like, okay, this is great. Yeah, I mean, this is a draw with perfect play, but you make one slip. Like, you play this against Magnus Carlsen, the typical Magnus reference. You're never feeling good about this position if you're playing Magnus Carlsen. Never feeling good about that. So if you put a bet right now, now it's going down. Yeah, at 97 cents, your return is what? That's like 0.96. $100 would get you what? Yeah, $100 would get you, yeah, that's a huge return. Yeah, that would get you, yeah, $9,700, I believe, if my math is correct. But anyway, okay, bishop g6. I'm assuming he's gonna go rook c5 here, but I mean h5, h4, king h6. I mean, again, it's a draw with perfect play, but going into this is just, in my opinion, absurd. Time is not an issue. Time's not an issue. It could become an issue after move 40, but it's not an issue right now. Okay, rook c4. Okay, of course he's not going to trade. He would be insane. But I guess the point is he's going to go bishop e4, and after f5. Again, it's hard to look at this because it's still a draw with perfect play. Did I say Magnus is your daddy? I said Magnus is everybody's daddy. That's what I said. Magnus and I should play this position and take recap. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like, I mean, I think that the odds are 80-20. I think if I play this against Magnus, 80% of the time I make a draw and 20% I lose, especially in blitz. In classical, I don't know, maybe it's higher, but in blitz I think the chances of me losing this are like at least 20%. But I don't understand a4 at all. No, he wants to trade rooks or the bishops. Basically, if you get the rooks off, it's a dead draw. If you get the bishops off, it's a dead draw. So for Gukesh, if he wants to try to win this game, he has to keep rooks and bishops on the board and just start pushing his p. Oh no, it's 80% draw, 20% I lose. Magnus is just an endgame wizard. He's just by far and away the best endgame player of all time. I don't know if you want to call it just like pattern recognition, memory, what it is, but he somehow he just knows better than everyone else where to put the pieces. But basically that's what it is. He intuitively knows where pieces belong better than everybody else. He just knows where they belong. Simplest answer is he knows where everything goes, and like it's very frustrating. Nothing comes off the board here. You just go rook b6, bishop e4, f5, and the game goes on. I mean, maybe you can check. Oh, do you have this? (80-20) can't be true objectively. I think it is. Yeah, I think in a blitz game against Magnus, I draw this 80%, I lose 20%. I think 4 out of 5 times I make the draw. If Gukesh trades the rooks, it's a draw offer. He's not going to trade the rooks though. I would bet you almost any amount of money that Gukesh here, because of the turn of events, Gukesh, his general evaluation has been much closer to the correct assessment than Ding's has been. He's not going to want to make a draw here, and the reason he's not going to want to make a draw here is because he has to know he's a little bit worse, and now he's better with no risk, and so he's going to want to play on, and he should play on. He should not take the draw here, in my opinion. Now if bishops or rooks come off, then he should play 20 moves and make the draw immediately, but otherwise he should play on. Check the Arjun game. Arjun's game is impossible to judge right now. I have no idea what the heck is going on. I mean, the Arjun game is what it wants takes here, and bishop g4. It's getting very, very, I mean, what is this? Oof. Oof, this is insane. Yeah, I mean, Arjun's game is exactly what you dream of in a must-win situation. A complete mess on the board. Everything is hanging. Who knows what's happening? I mean, just a complete dream. And bishop g5, by the way, the only move to not be losing here, by the way. Only move to not be losing. Yeah. Yeah, Arjun plays for a mess every game. And against the top players, I don't think it's going to work out as well. But against these guys, they just can't calculate the way he does. And it's also why it's the big question mark is, you know, when Arjun plays the top players, will he be able to shift his style to something that's super rock solid or not? Espenko's not a bad player, but he's kind of stagnated. Also, with the time situation, is very advantageous for Arjun. Very advantageous. I think Espenko, he's of course stuck in Russia like many other players. Hasn't been able to play. I mean, very talented player objectively, but for some reason it's just not meant to be. Yeah, Fabiano, if he's awake, is not at all happy with this position. He's very unhappy. Oh, he got married last year. He's been focusing on modeling. I think that's a troll, but anyway, congrats if he did get married. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds a little bit too much like a troll. Sorry, that sounds a little bit too much like a troll. It's true. He might have gotten married, but he didn't move into modeling. Fabiano said Ding did no prep, lol. Maybe. Fabiano said Ding has no prep. I'm aware of that. I am aware of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't really agree with Fabiano saying. I think he was being a little bit sarcastic with that, but I don't think Fabiano's far off. I mean, I've said it too, that I think Ding's prep was just like 3 weeks of Ding chilling basically. Vita got married. Check Instagram. I thought he got engaged. I think he got married. Did he actually get married? Did he actually? I don't know. Let me check. Oh, he said it's on Instagram. Okay, Instagram. I don't know. Let's beat it. No, he's not married. We got King G2 logical. Yeah, Rook B5, Bishop B4, F5. I expect, and we'll see what happens. I am playing Norway chess next year, correct? But see, like, why is it such a draw? I'm not convinced. Even if you get this position, like even this, why is this a draw? I mean, the king's getting G5. You have H5, H4. Oh, you have Bishop F7. So cheesy. Oh, that's so cheesy. Bishop. That's so incredibly cheesy to trade the bishops like that. So I was gonna say, like, if you get a position like this, all of a sudden, like F4, it's getting kind of scary. H4, it's getting a little scary potentially. That's so cheesy with Bishop F7 there at the end of that line. Yeah. I like Rook E1, by the way. I drew why it's not a draw. I just did. Without Bishop F7, you're in real trouble there. This is not any. I mean, I know people are looking at the eval bar and saying it's a draw. It's a draw with perfect play, but I would never want to have this in a really high stress situation like the World Championship. You never want to have this. No chance of winning and only chances of losing. Maybe you should go G4 here, but even this, like, I mean, like if you set this up here, not H, sorry, H5 is actually a draw still. I'm not sure. Not sure. Well, I'm mad at Ding because, like, he's trying to lose the game for no reason. I mean, he's trying to lose this game for no reason. As the pen goes down a lot of time, yeah, it's a very messy position. I don't know if he can find this, honestly. It's easy with a computer to see this. As a human, very hard to find this. Very, very hard to find this F3 line. I mean, very hard. If he does, he won't. I mean, he'll draw the game quite easily, but it's a do or die. He has to take and play Queen H2, and that's it. This game they are on move 38. There are 3 moves left. Ding will easily get to move 40, but oof, I would not want to have this position with white. I mean, you don't get the instant trade here either. I mean, G4 is probably a draw, but like, I mean, I guess is this? Yeah, you can still check, but how do you force a trade here? Like, oh, you can't go back to rook F6. But even G4, I mean, King F6, like you probably aren't thrilled with this position. Maybe rook C7 is a draw. I think he'll draw. I think it's still more, like I said, I think 80% chance draw. But why do you want 80% chance draw, 20% chance of losing versus like 99% chance draw, 1% losing? Why do you want those odds? Yeah, like that's kind of the point. Why do you want those odds? Like I mean, just a general question. Why do you want like 20% chance of a loss, 80% chance draw versus 99% chance draw and like 1% chance of a loss? I mean, there's no way you can think you're worse here. Like, I mean, honestly, if you think you're worse here, I don't know what to say. Like, if you think you're worse here with white, I mean, I know someone's gonna be mad at me for saying this, but if you think you're worse in this position with white, at least at the top level, why are you even playing chess? Like, there's no way you're worse here with white. You just go bishop d. I mean, there's no way you're worse here. It's just a draw. It's impossible to be worse here. It's literally impossible to be worse. 80% is too low. I mean, maybe it's higher. Obviously he'll either draw it easily or he'll blunder and just lose. But I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get any part of none of it makes any sense to me. Estepango did play Queen H2. Okay. Yeah, so Bishop G4 is the only move now. And I think he'll find it because there's nothing else here. Like F3, white just takes and white's just winning. Like takes, not rook F4. Takes EF3 and Bishop F4 and rook H1. Oh, wait, actually, wait. Oh, rook F3. Oh, rook H1. Brutal. Oh, brutal. He could blunder that. He could blunder F3, rook F3, rook F3, rook H1. Vishy says there's a draw. I mean, it's a draw, but I think if you ask Vishy would he want to play the position against Magnus Carlsen, I think his answer would be no, he would not want to play it against Magnus. So yeah, that's what I would say. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it might be a draw, but I'm pretty sure nobody would say yes, I want to play this position against Magnus. Nobody would say that. Everyone would be like absolutely the opposite. They'd be like, I would never want to have this position against Magnus. Did he blunder? No, nobody moved. You mean Vishy sir? Yes, Vishy sir, yes. Estepenko played bishop g4. Okay, yeah. I think Estepenko's probably going to draw. I think this main line the computer gives is likely just leading to a straightforward draw. Like after takes, I mean, I think f3 is pretty obviously forced. Takes. I mean, you have to take with the rook. Takes, check. With block, check is a draw. Estepenko knows that he has draws because he's leading the turn by half a point. King e1, you obviously have to take here. And queen c3, queen e4, and if bishop e3, you have check, right? Yeah, I mean, this check and... Oh, but maybe... No, Arjun's not going to win this, I don't think. I think it's good. This... Got queen e1. Queen h5 apparently holds now. Actually, not a difficult... Wait, rook e... What about rook e8? Rook h1? Wait, takes. Very hard position. Very, very hard position to judge. Very hard position to judge. Got rook b4. Okay. Okay, h5, and now what? Bishop f3, g4. Like here. I mean, it's still a draw, but it's still a draw, but I mean, not loving it. Not loving it at all. I mean, my assumption is that Ding is a slight favorite in tie breaks, but like honestly, just looking at this game, I'm confused. I mean, like I'm confused. I'm looking at this game and it's like it actually is, I'm like wondering if Ding just is perma locked where he thinks he's always worse every game. Like maybe it's just perma stunned where it's just like he thinks he's losing every game when he's not. So like I mean I assume he's the favorite if he remembers who he is, but I'm not so sure he's going to. I'm not so sure. Like I think it's 60-40, but I'm not sure at all, especially looking at this game. Like a4 is just, I mean, such an insane move to play. Go back here. Okay, either rook b e8 or queen h5. Two options here for Estepenko. There's no way to lose this position for Ding immediately, but the way that he loses is you get some position like this, and eventually black gets h4, and now you're in real, or h4 is still f4, right? Or still f3, but somewhere around here, this is where it gets dangerous. You get some position like this with h4 and like here and here, and now you're in real trouble to lose down the road with f4. Okay, we get rook a4. Indians always say equal, but the way you lose is black gets the pawns to f5, g4, h5, brings the king, and then he pushes to f4, h4. That's how you lose this game. Can I draw this? I mean, probably, but I'm not sure. I drew a similar position earlier. We get rook e5, logical. The easy way to draw, by the way, is if you can get something like this with f4. This is a very easy draw with the pawns being split. With the 2v1 on this side, it's a very easy draw. So that's the easy way to draw. So we're gonna get like bishop e7, g4, probably. Like, I mean, this feels scary. Maybe f3. I mean, it's still a draw, but basically the main thing is, yeah, if black ever gets king g5 and h4, if you ever get something like this, if you ever get, I mean, rook b1 loses, but let's say you get, if you ever get this position, for example, this is getting scary. Or if you get this one specifically, this is also, I think, very scary. Yeah, this is the one that you lose. This is the one that this is the one where you're in real trouble and you're at serious risk of losing. Yeah, bishop f3. Okay, so we'll get king h6 or g4 here. I don't know which one of the two. We're on move number 40. They've made time control, but the game's gonna go forever now. Go back to the other game. No moves. King h6 played, probably rook b4 if I had to guess. I mean, I try to figure out how you lose. Probably bishop c6 is better here, just so you have rook b5. Like king g5, rook b5 is an instant draw. But yeah, we'll see. Also, the other thing I was going to say that is really perplexing about this match is I feel like every day you really don't know what you're going to get with Ding. He seems very you really have no idea. Like one day, like game 12 he's amazing, game 11 for the most part he's pretty amazing too, but then you get a game like today and it's very confusing. Like you really have no idea what Ding is going to show up. Like you have no idea what Ding is going to show up. Like I assume he's gonna make some joke about a4 that he thought it was drawing. Arjun's game does not have a move yet, so let's not talk about Arjun throwing. But it's also weird too, because then like you see game 12, like he's down a point in the match, and then when he has his back against the wall, he plays a great game. When his back is not against the wall, he doesn't seem to really try. So it's just it's very strange all around. Very, very strange. Selena Gomez is engaged. Okay, thank you. I needed to hear that. As the Pengo moved, did he play rookie? He did play rookie 8. Okay. She's engaged. Week ruined. Okay, dude. Congrats with your parasocial relationship. Who's Benny White? Whoa, whoa. What is Arjun doing? Wait, Arjun's now finding a way to mess this up. Maybe it's not so bad. Wait, what's going? If you go b6, what's? Yeah. Yeah, Benny White, right? Fabiano engaged, week ruined. Fabiano's feeling a lot better right about now. I assume Fabiano's awake watching the games. Fabiano's feeling a lot better right now. He's feeling much. His day is starting to improve significantly based on what's happening in this Arjun game. Yes, based on what's happening in this game. Based on what's happening in this game, Fabiano's morning is improving considerably by the minute. Okay, it's still no moves here. We're at move 40. Like, yeah. Fabiano needs Arjun to not win. Arjun can draw even, it doesn't matter. But if Arjun wins, it's an epic disaster because if Arjun wins this, then Arjun is leapfrogs Fabiano in the FIDE circuit standings. So Fabiano here is hoping for a draw. Queen f2 is played, okay. But I think objectively this is easier for black to play. Peter wants some weird rook e7, rook f7. I assume we'll just get b6, and I don't really know why should white be better here. Like, why is this rook e7 takes? Oh, rook e8 and black. Oh, ooh, this is just losing. Wow. Okay. No, we get knight d8. Bad move apparently. Actually, a very bad move. Wait, is it so bad? So what? I get his idea. He wants to go takes, and he wants to play like b6 and knight e6. Weak engine. No, it's probably fine for black. Actually, it's probably completely fine. No, the weak engine is completely fine for black. Fabi's mood for a second is going down. Now it's back up. Alireza could have played some opens and tried to qualify. I think Alireza is enjoying life. I think he's trying to play here or there, qualify if he can. But I mean, he's got his own thing going on. He's trying to enjoy his life. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, chess is already a very tough life and very demanding to begin with. Why not enjoy it a little bit while you're still young? So Ding did not blunder. I I think the most important thing here is to put the rook on b4 and go bishop c6, because here you have both ideas. If rook c5 you have bishop e4, and if king g5 you have rook b5. If you have both ideas here, I think the rook belongs on b4. But the fact that Ding's thinking here sort of says it all to me, because like if he's so sure this is an easy draw, why is he using time now? Alirez is busy dating. Hey, good for him. Jay-Z arrested in 2024. Why would Jay-Z be arrested exactly? I mean, I want Gukesh to win here, by the way. I want Gukesh to win. So anyway, okay, you guys, something weird. You know, it sucks that we're forced to see a draw that lasts 2 hours longer than it needed to be. Probably true. Vishy says 99.6. I mean, it should be a draw, but I don't think it's 99%. Okay, you guys chill. Check Parham's game. Okay, let's see. Parham getting crushed again. By the way, this is a perfect example of why chess is like, I would not recommend that anybody tries to pursue chess professionally, because not Arjun, sorry, we go to 2700 chess. Wait, they just changed some. Oh wait, they just changed. Are they trying to be all wait, what is it? They're trying to be all fancy here. 12 month, and they have a delta. Okay, they're trying to be all fancy. I mean, okay, I mean, completely unnecessary. Yeah, this is a little bit silly. I mean, this a little bit silly, but whatever. Anyway, the point I was going to make though is if you look at the top 100 here, and you look at Parham Magsudaloo, he's already lost 20 points this turn. His rating is down to 2682. He's going to lose today as well. He's going to be down to he's going to be barely top 50 in the world after today, and he was literally 2730 at the beginning of this year. So Parham basically goes from getting invitations, playing serious tournaments, to basically having to play these random opens and hope that he can do well and finish in the top and get back to 2700 plus. But for at least the next year, Parham's gonna be stuck in the dungeons of playing open tournaments, trying to get his rating back and probably making a lot less money, which is why chess is so brutal. I mean, Parham's gonna lose. He's gonna be down to like 2677. He's gonna be top 50 in the world from top 20. I mean, just absolutely brutal. Just really rough. Yeah. Ding number 1 on the delta with minus 41. Okay. No, Parham surpassed him, but if we look at 2700 plus, he's number 1, right? He's number look at that delta, minus 41.6. Anish Giri number 2, Nepo number 3. Interesting. This top 3 is definitely interesting. Parham went from prosciutto di Parma to boiled ham pretty quick. Yeah, let's get back to the game. Still waiting for a move. Yeah. Erevan, by the way, is a great player. I'm a big fan of Erevan, not gonna lie. Wait, Parham survived. Wait, Parham got lucky. His opponent blundered. He played b3, mistake. Parham might not lose now. He might not lose this game. He might get a miracle. Bishop b6, bishop f4, king h1. You might have gotten lucky here. Parham might have just saved like 6 rating points out of thin air. Anyway, let's go back to the Arjun game because that's the one that matters. Yeah. Parm and ham Mags noodles. Mags noodles Lou. Yeah. Why is Vishy still on the list? Because Vishy plays a couple of games a year. Vishy plays. Wait, how do I change the number? Rating? I guess that's how I do it. Because Vishy basically plays 3-4 games a year, maybe a little bit more than that, and he stays active. And clearly, everybody else is not able to maintain the excellence that he does and stay at 2750. Vishy is basically the blueprint of how all the top players are going to basically stay active and have really impressive ratings until they're 60 years old. Vishy is the blueprint. Yeah, Vishy is the blueprint. They removed Karyakin. That's because he is inactive. He hasn't played in a long time. Let's look at this delta though, because I'm curious. A lot of people are very flat. Oh, Hikaru's plus 14. I'm up there at plus 14. Who's above me? Wei Yi, not surprising. Okay, Roni, not shocking. Fedose, very unsurprising. Noterbeck, not shocked. Gukesh, not a shock. Hans, Aragaisi, and Aravind over 12 months. Who will go below 2700 next? Actually, you know, another thing that's important is you look at 2700. How do I look at rating? When you look at the 2700, where's rating? When you look at 2700, there are currently 29 people. There are probably be 27 people over 2700 very soon. That'll be the lowest number in over a decade. 2700s are becoming a rare breed. They are dying out slowly but surely. So yeah, they're gonna be 27 pretty soon. Both these guys are hanging on by the thinnest of threads. Wang Hao and Dubov. So it's the rating deflation is real. It's actually really a thing. It's really a thing actually. Let's go back to the game. Bishop d5. Okay, it looks like Ding has set up his position that he wants. But actually, wait, check. King g5. There's still an f4 f3 somewhere, but let's see. But all right, I'm gonna go use the restroom quickly. This game is, I mean, should be a draw more often than not, but let's see. Rook c5, I assume. But yeah, I'm gonna go use the restroom. We'll be back in a second. Okay, waiting for a move. Probably will get bishop e4 if I had to guess. We'll see. I mean, rook c5, f5 could occur here. Is Arjun's game going on? Arjun's game, we have no more moves, do we? Knight d was apparently a mistake. We got g6, rook e7. Yeah, Fabiano's in a good mood this morning, I think now. Time could be an issue for Ding. Absolutely, time could be an issue here. 100% it could be an issue. I mean, Gukesh is definitely trying to put pressure on the clock for sure. And I mean, it's still a draw, but like, again, why do you do this? I mean, I see no reason to do this, to be honest. I just see no reason to do this. All that can happen are bad things. Nothing good can happen, only bad. Only bad can happen here if you're playing with the white pieces. Yeah, Fabiano I think is pretty safe here. I don't think Arjun's gonna win this position, because basically what's gonna happen is we're gonna like takes, and after c6 and knight e6, I think black's, oh, maybe white's better here. Maybe you have to go rook g7 right away. And then v6 knight, yeah, black's completely fine here. Still some chance for Arjun to win, but most likely it'll be a draw. I mean, again, Ding has not moved. I mean, he should draw this, but I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not feeling great about this position. If it's a draw, Fabiano still leads. Exactly, yes. Yeah. Trump is buying Ethereum. I never heard that, but I can check ETH. Ethereum is 39.24. Bitcoin won at 100.7. It is what it is. Bishop e4, the best one was bishop c2, I assume. I mean, this is, yeah, this is, there's bishop f, maybe not so simple, still tricky. Ding won't lose on time, but Ding has to start moving quickly pretty soon. Yeah, like, I mean, it's just insane. It's just insane, though. Like, I mean, what was the point of this from Ding? Because if he gets a little bit low on time, I mean, he could definitely lose this game. You could definitely lose here. Like rook c5. Okay, let's see. f5. What are you going to do here? f3 is a, I mean, I guess it's okay. Well, you have this, and it's a draw. Yeah, basically, he's going to have to play f3. Without f3, he's probably going to be in potentially in real trouble. It's more about concepts than specific moves, you guys. It's more about concepts. Bishop e4, f5, bishop c2 is also playable, but after rook d5, I mean, the king gets to g5, and now these h4 ideas become an issue. There's still f3 to draw, but you have to be very, very careful now. Very careful. Yeah, I mean, Polymarket at 97 is just mispriced. It's just mispriced. I mean, you're getting massive odds on like a blunder from Ding, and he's getting low on time. Like 97 is hugely mispriced. I can't, you guys. I can't bet because I'm in America. Polymarket's not legal in the US. Move then. Okay. Move then. Yes, exactly. Okay. No more was an Origins game. So anyway, so all right. Okay, Ding getting a little bit low on time here. He's getting low on time. Like, I'm thinking bishop e4, f5, bishop c2, king g5, rook c5, something like this maybe, but still probably f3 draws, but yeah, it's all a draw, but it's a question of what kind of draw it is. Probably c6 here in Arjun's game. Takes and knight e6 should be very solid. I mean, and this is exactly the point of what I was saying as far as Ding's game goes. Like, what is he doing? I mean, what is he doing? He's having to use his time. He's starting to get pushed around a little bit here. Now f5. I mean, like rook c5, h4 is still a draw. Oh, you've got bishop c8 to draw. Yeah, I mean, now the nerves are going to play a role. Like, everything about this is bad news. I mean, check f5 and what? Bishop c8 maybe? When you Google to confuse your opponent, you must first confuse yourself. Hikaru is the first result. Wait, what? Wait, let me look at that. Let me look at that. Let me check that. You can't be serious. I mean, you can't be serious. That's got to be a troll, right? Let me take out the quotations. That's got to be a troll. No, that's a troll. Okay, that's a troll. Good troll. Good troll. Okay, we got F3. Good move, by the way. Good move by Ding. Wow, he plays F3. That's a good move. Very, very good move. Very, very good move from Ding. Very, very good move here. Not a troll. The first hit is R Hollop on Reddit. That's you? What? What? You're joking, right? You're trolling. I don't even know what R Hollop is. No, it's Sun Tzu. It's Sun Tzu, of course, the famous quote. Yeah, the famous quote from Sun Tzu. A recap time? No, the game's still gonna go for a long time. Yeah. F3 is a very, very good move from Ding. I mean, everything's a draw, of course, but it's a very, very good move because it's Sun Tzu, but it's you at the board. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, Arjun's game is Gukesh mental coach live interview very strange. Is it? Let me see.
He needs to play as well as he played at the candidates and during the chess Olympiad. So part of the preparation was he needed to be ready from game one and to be able to know exactly what kind of chess he wanted to play, what mindset he wanted to be in for the 14 games. So the idea was the less input that I need to give during the 14 games is a reflection on how well his preparation was, and the plan was to, can we prepare you as well as need be that you don't actually need to speak to me at any point. That would suggest that he's ready, and we've hardly spoken during his time here, which I'm super happy about. It just suggests he knows what he needs to do. He's got it, and he's just unrolling the plan that we've come up with in the last 6 months.
And to the best of my knowledge, you just arrived. So did you talk to him this morning at all? Any questions or things that you work with him on this morning?
No, I haven't spoken to him today. It's always up to him to reach out to me. Don't reach out to him. I've been here for 2 days. He knows I'm here, but before I arrived we had a brief conversation on the phone, and at any time if he needs just to clarify something, he'll pick up the phone to me, and as I said, I'm happy that he hasn't, because that means he knows what he needs to do and he's going according to plan.
Any specific chess advice he asks you? E4, D4, things like that?
Absolutely not. I know very little about chess, and it's been amazing to have, sort of worked at maybe 50 hours of conversation. I know nothing about chess, but I don't talk chess to him. I talk how is he managing his mind when he's on the chessboard, when he's made a mistake, how does he recover really well, when he's in a strong position, how does he manage himself, or if he's in a defensive position or in a weak position, how does he manage himself, if he hasn't had a good night's sleep or he gets distracted by something during the game. He's got his ways that he manages himself and manages his mind. So literally those 50 hours, we condensed them into just a very simple 2-page document. There's your mental strategy. He's crystal clear, and it's been a nail biter, and he seems to be unfolding that plan quite nicely.
Fascinating stuff. We've all remarked at how well an 18-year-old's been able to comport himself. I'm sure a lot of those lessons that you've been imparting have been involved.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused. I'm just a little bit confused. I mean, a 2-page document is surprising, shall we say. I don't understand that. I'm a little bit confused, honestly. Arjun's game is heating up. It's still probably a draw, but it's getting a little bit more murky. If you don't go rook g7, you're in real trouble, aren't you? I guess it's still this is probably a draw, but Arjun has some chance to maybe win this. Maybe. I don't have a mental coach, but I have worked with a sports psychologist in the past. So like this is not all completely foreign to me. It's not all foreign. Okay, Arjun's game, big moment here. Can Esteban play rook g7, or is Fabiano what is it? Fabiano faults his knees in the Walmart, right? Isn't that the saying? What's the saying? I'm googling it. Yeah, I mean either Esteban plays rook g7 or Fabiano is in shamble and he's falling to his knees in Walmart. But let's oh, we get rook g7, apparently not. Sorry, you guys. Yeah. So rook g7 played. So Fabiano's still hanging on. We get gh7. Let's see what we get here. Yeah. Takes is fine. Let's see what else we get. Rook g2 is fine. King h7 probably fine. But yes, that's a joke for anyone who's wondering. There's a classic meme which is something goes wrong, you fall, you just the saying is I just fell to my knees in Walmart. So if Fabiano, if Estepenko blunders, Fabiano is going to be falling to his knees in Walmart because he needs Estepenko to draw or win this game. If Arjun wins, Fabiano is behind in the FIDE circuit. So anyway, yeah, that's the simple thing. Back to the Gukesh game. I mean, very drawish. I mean, rook c3 looks fine. Rook c5 looks fine. I mean, actually, I'd probably go rook c5 because now you're this. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find a way for Gukesh to win here, but I don't see how he can. Like, you get rook d3, king f2. If you go here, there's just bishop e4. Yeah, there's just bishop e4. So you go here, bishop e4, check. Not rook b1, check. King g1, king f6. Bishop d5. That's a funny draw. Yeah, I think actually it's pretty close to a draw. Now it's hard to see Ding really blundering here. Not understanding memes from Reddit to becoming a connoisseur. You've come a long way, Hikaru. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, yes, yeah. I mean, it's just like so drawn. No, what I was trying to say though about a mental coach, because I have worked with sports psychologists before, is that actually, like, I'm going to be honest, I think chess players are kind of messed up in the head for the most part. I mean, all of us. And I think this notion of that, like, don't talk to me, or it's like you have an issue, talk to me, is questionable. Just from the standpoint that, like, it's one of those things where you're giving the chess player too much credit, that they're completely in control of everything that they do or they know. So like I'm a little bit skeptical of that, just a little bit. Also because, like, the thing with chess preparation in general is that that I would say as a whole is that is that chess is very psychological, and you play a tournament like the Canada's or the World Championship, it has very little, I would argue, to do with preparation, and much more to do with, like, your overall mental state. So, like, getting good positions in games, I think is not a reflection of being necessarily in a great place. Whereas, like, if you're in a great mental place, like Ding, for example, I mean, it's not a great example, but at moments in this match, you feel like he's playing really good chess despite having no preparation whatsoever, as Fabiano would say. And so, like, the mental state, I think, is very little to actually do overall with the objective result. I mean, you're going to be a good move if you win games, obviously, it goes without saying, but just my 2 cents. I should offer Tony Robbins the opportunity to work with you. I mean, I would not be opposed to that. But I think on some level, I already fixed my brain. I think I fixed my brain during the pandemic. I figured out how to, like, actually be happy in life versus being upset and all stressed out. Marriage fixed your brain? No, it wasn't marriage. Like, I've told this story on stream before, but, one thing that really irked me during the pandemic, I remember this very well, was in March of, I think it was March or April of 2020. I did a tea time with Byron. It was just very spontaneous, rectful on on Twitch. I think it was March or April 2020. We just did a spontaneous tea time episode, and I remember that like Byron in his title of that video put something like #1 blitz player or something, because at the time I think I was #1 rated, and then everyone's like number 20 classical player in the world or whatever, like just not a super relevant person. I remember that, and very well, and like that always irked me a little bit. That always irked me. But you know, didn't stay that way for long. Probably just King G1 here. Arjun's game is heating up, kind of. Wait, Rook B7, Knight G5, Rook A7, Knight F3, and it's a draw. Not trivial. If you go back, Knight D8's a draw. So you have to take the juicer, Knight G5, Rook B3, and Knight E6, and black's fine. If you take Rook F3, maybe Rook A6, you have Rook A. I think Esapenko's going to save the game. Fabiano's okay. Fabiano's okay. He's not falling to his knees just yet. I think Fabiano is going to be okay here. I mean, if you check, you can check, and it's just a draw. Yeah. Yeah. Do I think Fabiano goes to Walmart? I don't know, but you know what? I do go to Walmart, actually. I do go to Walmart. You'd be surprised to know that I go to Walmart all the time. Yeah, like I'm a typical American. I go to Walmart and Costco, like best place to go shopping in the world. Yeah. Fabiano will go to Walmart to celebrate. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Why in the world would that be surprising? Because like rumor has it that I'm worth $50 million, and why would someone worth $50 million go to Walmart? Walmart, actually, I was surprised. The pricing of some of the selections are much lower for organic stuff at Walmart, or the selections are much lower at Walmart, but the pricing actually is better. So it's like you get less variety at Walmart versus say at Costco, but the pricing is actually better. Unless it's like you need to have like 20 different types of things. I was surprised. I do have Walmart stock, of course I do. But Walmart trades, is the PE over 40 yet? Because I know Walmart's up to 95. Walmart, what is the PE? I haven't looked. The PE is still 39. It hasn't quite cracked 40. I mean, very high PE is the only downside. I do own Target as well. Target I'm doing okay in, but primarily because I've sold covered calls. I have calls expiring in January. I sold 160s, I believe, for, was it 12 bucks, around there, and stocks like 140. So I'm doing okay, but mostly because I sold covered calls. But anyway, Costco reports today, right? Is it Costco and Broadcom? I think it's Costco and Broadcom that report today, but let me take a look. Yeah, it's Broadcom and Costco, and RH, Restoration Hardware, stock that I know very well. But anyway, let's see what we get in this position. After Rook B6, we got more moves. Let's refresh. I mean, probably here, even just Bishop. I mean, Rook B5 is a draw. Probably. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, how do you lose here? How do I lose if I just sit on the squares? I don't think I can lose. Yeah. Tiebreaker will be 4 games of rapid chess. Yeah, basically, you know what Ding is doing? Ding is basically drawing out the game. Thoughts on Trader Joe's? Completely fine. They actually have really good milk at Trader Joe's. Like, I really like the there's like the grass-fed whole milk, I think it is. Let me see if I can find it, which I really like. It's really good. It's like busting when I pair that with like my my Raisin Bran or my Raisin granola. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. It's really good, actually. It's really good. Like, I almost never over pour on milk, but when I do have cereal with that milk, like, I'm always over pouring. I like Joe's milk, thank you. Yeah. 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 So I really do like it, actually. So anyway, all right, back to the game. Let's see what we get here. You don't like Ding's body language? I mean, Ding knows he's drawing, but he's I think he's just sitting there waiting. But why he does look very mildly nervous, which I don't get. There is an increment, by the way. This game is not going to end for a while. I mean, Gukesh has an hour on the clock. Gukesh is going to keep playing forever. I don't know why he's thinking. You just go rook b5 and rook even this. I mean, I guess if the king gets here, is this even losing? No, even this is a draw. Like, I mean, you just sit around and wait. But there's also the kind of point that I was making earlier, which is like, why do you want to put yourself in this situation to begin with, where you're potentially going to have some stress, or you're going to have some stressful moments, when you can just make a very easy draw? Like, it just doesn't make any sense at all. Plays against Stockfish, okay. Yeah, that's why I don't get this, because it's just, you're literally asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble where you make one little slip up, you lose the game. It makes no sense. Okay, play. Let me get to the end of the position. Okay, this should be right. Let me change the scene. Okay, so I'll go here. Oh, he's got this one. Okay. So if I check, the king slides to e3. If I check, and I go, I don't know, back. Why not? Oh, do I have just this? King e4. This should be a draw, right? I have rook a5. It should be a draw. Yeah, but this is just a draw because I wait. Yeah, it's just a draw. Oh, the game ended already. It's just a draw. I mean, okay, like, I can draw that. So let's go back to Arjun's game, wherever it is. Arjun should not win this position, but for Fabiano, there still are going to be some nervous moments. Like, knight f4 looks pretty solid with like rook e8, rook e2, and king f5. So, oh, scene is off. Sorry, wrong scene. Sorry, yeah. It's like knight f4, king f2, king f5, rook a3, rook e8. I think black is in time here to save the game. Fabiano is definitely watching this Arjun game very closely, but they reached move 40, so I think there's more time. No, Fabiano is definitely watching this this Arjun game really closely, because this is the difference between him needing a great result in the World Rapid and Blitz and being able to just be Fabi chilling. Ding's mindset is not great. I mean, I don't understand Ding's mindset at all, frankly. I'm not even sure that Ding knows what his mindset is either, because when his back was to the wall, he played a great game with the white pieces. Sure, you can say that Gukesh kind of handed it to him on some level, but he played a good game. He played a good game. He understood his position. He understood the strengths and the weaknesses. And basically every other game where he hasn't been behind in the match, he's literally just assuming he's worse or losing every game and trying desperately to force a draw. So I really don't know what to make of Ding. I have no idea at all what to make of this. It's been extremely frustrating to watch, because you feel like all Ding needs to do is just unshackle. You feel like he's in these chains. He just needs to be unshackled. And as soon as he's unshackled, like, only good things can happen. But he's been unable to do that. I do expect Gukesh is going to draw this out, by the way. Gukesh has an hour on the clock. I think Gukesh is definitely going to make sure this game goes at least another half hour. I mean, the main thing I don't get is what was A4 by Ding. Was he trying to say, ha ha ha, I can just play a worse position and draw no matter what? versus just making the easy draw and saving time. And let's not forget that Ding is not a young, he's not a spry young chicken anymore. He's also like in his mid-30s. Like, why do you want to suffer for 2 more hours than you have to versus just making the quick draw? Gukesh is 18. Like, Gukesh is not going to get tired at all. If anything, he probably enjoys playing more. So yeah, that's what I mean. I kind of don't get it in a way. He's 32, yeah, but 32 compared to 18, trust me, 32 and 18 are not the same thing. Check board number 2, move 29. 29th move, what, G6? I don't know what you mean. He's only 32. Wait, he's that much younger than Magnus? That doesn't actually sound right. Is he really only 32? Really? Wow, they don't even list his birthday? Is he 32 turning 33 or not? Oh no, he just turned 32. I thought he was older than that. I'm surprised he's only 32. It's surprising. I thought he was older than that. Okay, what do we have? Still waiting for a move. Rook b2, probably just bishop c6, bishop g2, completely fine as well. Tonight. Like, I mean, wait, but actually, wait a second. Do you get a chance to win here with bishop c4? Maybe not. Nah, it's probably still a draw. Noterbeck games move 29. Okay. Noterbeck versus Mendonca. What move are they on? Somewhere around here. Okay. Oh wow, that's bad. Rook out. Ooh, that's really bad. That's really bad. Okay, let's go back. Hey Hikaru, love you from Saudi Arabia. Hope you're having a good morning. Congrats on Saudi Arabia getting the World Cup, I think it was. I mean, this is insane from Ding. Just move, dude. What is this? I mean, this is insane. I don't think it's going to be a draw no matter what. Ding is getting low on time here. Like, this is starting to get into the danger zone. And now he's shaking a little bit too. Like, I mean, like a4 was just a stupid move. Stupid move. I mean, he's literally just punishing himself for no reason. I don't even know what the heck a4 was. I don't think this is a 90%, it's 96.3% draw. It's just not it. I don't believe that for a second. No, his time management has been just horrible throughout this whole thing. And I mean, today, like a4 is just like, I mean, what is a4? Like, that's just, nobody goes a4. Literally nobody plays a4 there. I'm trying to figure out, if you go here and you play rook a6, is this a draw or not? Like, you check and then you go here. I mean, even this is, well, but now there's bishop c4, bishop d3, I guess. But I mean, all this is a draw, but he's using so much time that, I mean, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. No joke. This is dangerous. I don't like bishop a8 either now, because king f6, king e5, king d4. Still a draw, of course, but I don't like it. He's gonna have to start moving quicker pretty soon too. Maybe rook a5 here, but now there's bishop c4. Like, eh. I guess this is a draw, but check. Ah, you've got rook e3 and it's a draw. Okay. No, this is obviously a draw with perfect play, but I would not. This is not 96% draw. This is not 96% draw. It never has been, if that's what they have it at. 96. It goes rook f4. Okay, so king e5 is played. Bishop g2, I assume. Now you go here and bishop b1. I mean, again, everything's a draw with perfect play, but I'm not feeling good about this. Wait, black and trade. Wait, black and trade? What the heck? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? Okay. Yeah, what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? What a joke. Wow. Insane. 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 He traded, right? He did. Unbelievable. I told you guys. What was a4? What was a4? I told you guys. Okay, let's go. Yeah, what was a4? Okay. And he sees it too.